I could hold it, but then I'll piss my pants during the show, and I mean that's
No, that's fine. You know what JR always says, wear darks.
You're wearing pants. You're wearing pants inside that trash can.
Yeah, well, you got to go outside the trash can. You can't pee in your own trash can. That's where you live.
That's true. Yeah, don't shit where you eat. Don't piss where you live.
Exactly.
All right.
My cats do that all the time, though. Piss where they live.
Hello, Google Plus. Hello, YouTube.
Hello. Lovely.
This is the episode 213 Raccoon Reigns Takes a Piss kickoff show.
Woo! I love these kickoff shows. So right now, Raccoon Reigns has just gotten the fly down. And I think, hold on, wait,
Troy,
wait a moment.
Troy is either reading something or he's slowly devolving into just a sad sack, depressed mess.
Yes, I have heard he has whipped it out, and there is a stream. Thank you very much, people. I hear it's goldish in hue. This is the most riveting moment ever. Raccoon Reigns takes a piss.
You have far too much time on your hands.
I'm reading.
I work in a call center where I don't take calls. Yeah, I have far too much time on my hands.
I want to work at that call center.
Yeah, right.
Do you make calls?
Sometimes.
I make at least 23 a day, but I have a bunch of other duties.
You turn your head, but it still doesn't really make it all that quiet.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm reading Sean's Patreon thing here.
Whose Patreon?
Oh,
You mean Andrew's?
Andrews, sorry. I'm already halfway through my second bottle of beer, so.
Is that a Fitbit? Are you wearing a Fitbit?
Yeah.
Word. Are you fit?
And I believe we have just heard the toilet flush. I believe Raccoon Reigns. Yes, Raccoon Reigns is coming back, ladies and gentlemen. We heard great relief coming from that bathroom.
This is an exclusive to the kickoff show.
That smelled just like bologna for some reason.
Whew.
True story, by the way. So I just went to pee.
Love the segue.
So I went to pee, and I also blew my nose because I've been sick. I am currently doing the podcast with a nosebleed right now. It is bleeding as we speak.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you know what? Raccoon Reigns will hold up the evidence.
You better get that fixed before you turn the camera on.
Reigns,
I guess
Matt.
Because we are live on YouTube.
Oh, well, I didn't realize that. So disregard everything I just said. Nothing smelled like bologna. I was just joking.
Nobody watched it. No, we had live play-by-play of your piss.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Could
yes.
you hear it echoing?
No, but I believe we heard, oh my God, why does this hurt? This is hurting like razors.
Gotta stay out of that fucking bar.
Why is it purple?
I have absolutely no idea what is going on.
I was gonna say that's a reference. That's a reference only former co-host Sean will get.
Oh yeah, whatever happened to that guy?
I don't know. I think he died.
Yeah.
But
R.I.P.D.
He leaves comments and he leaves questions, comments, and voicemails from beyond the grave. So
From the grave.
Oh,
I haven't heard Sean leave any voicemails from in quite a while.
All right, are we ready to do this shit?
Speaking
I
of
think
that,
so.
one last note before we begin. At work the other day, somebody sent around a ridiculous voicemail. A ridiculous voicemail that we received, and I swear to God, the person on the phone sounded like Mikey Michelson.
Nice.
Mikey Michelson, man, whatever happened to him? I think he needs to make a comeback. I think that was Andy's favorite caller.
It really was. You creeped him out so bad.
You? What do you mean you?
Mikey creeped him out so bad.
Yeah.
He had nightmares. Vivid.
So, some dude call you, and he's just like, I want to dispute some charges on my account.
No, apparently there's an online social video game bullshit thing called Movie Star Planet, I think is what it's called. And for some reason, this 10-year-old kid was calling us about his or her Movie Star Planet account being hacked and shut down.
Weird.
No, this is Planet Fitness. We don't have anything to do with that. The company that you want to talk to is based in Sweden. Please call them.
Fun.
All right. Is everyone ready to record?
I do believe so.
Gonna mute it right now.
oneself. Is this on?
You already made that joke.
I know. I'm double checking.
I don't know why Josh mutes himself, and then I don't know why he ever unmutes himself.
Boom. We'll call him one for that.
All right. Episode 213. In 3, 2, 1, record. This week's episode of The Rundown is brought to you by Johnson's Statuary Services. Remember, at Johnson's, if your statue turns into Sting, you don't pay a thing.
Did you do that literally so you could just say Sting and Thing?
It has to rhyme. The jingles have to rhyme, otherwise they're not catchy.
Why is it Johnson? Are you thinking about Sting's thing?
We said we cut off your Johnson, Lebowski.
Don't worry, Donnie. These people are nihilists. They won't hurt you. In an interview with Crave Online this week, in a response to a question about whether she'll ever be the face of the Divas division, Eva Marie said, absolutely, 100%, without a doubt. That's the plan. Is that not the funniest thing you've heard all week?
Whose plan exactly would that be? Maybe Satan? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. That is so funny. I don't think anything else can be funny ever again.
What's
I've
that?
lost my sense of humor.
Are we starting off with Morse code? What was that?
Shit. So now it happened to me.
Sending a message to the Kaiser live on the air.
I have
Theme
no
song.
sense of-
Oh.
Thank you, George Takei.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh
See,
my
I can
god.
get that low.
Stereo Takei. Featuring a more surprising return than last night's episode of Raw, it's episode 213 of The Rundown. My name is Adam. I'm your host. And it is Tuesday, August 25th. Happy birthday, Dad. 2015. Joining me this week, as always, Troy is here. Hello. Back from the dead, Josh is here.
Yes, and I tell you, the blood of the innocents flowed in order for me to come back.
Creepy. And deeming to make an appearance on our shitty little program, the one, the only, Raccoon Reigns is back.
Good to be here, folks. Good to be here. It's great. Also, did you say blood? Hold on just one second. Yeah. Yep, there's the evidence right there. There's blood everywhere, folks. Just blood all over the place.
Oh my God!
Didn't kill a hooker, but did have a nosebleed.
Are you transcribing Jimmy Snuka's night?
Indeed.
Damn
Also,
it! That would have been a better joke to use from the
last
resurrection.
Can I just, if I may, the last time I was on the show, I botched a joke horrifically. I meant to say that Hideo Itami was the only Asian wrestler at WrestleMania, but I said he's the only wrestler at WrestleMania, thereby ruining the joke. So I'm gonna redo this one. Hideo Itami was the only Asian wrestler at WrestleMania, unless you count the Bellas, who used to be Siamese. There we go. Made up for it. All right. Just had to get that one back.
Thank you. Thank you for correcting your joke 3 months after the fact.
Yeah, more like 4.
We appreciate it.
I have the Brock Lesnar schedule. I show up every pay-per-view every like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Mm.
I think we should just jump right into it
Oh.
and get the Raccoon Reigns SummerSlam recap.
I think that sounds like a pretty good idea. I happen to have it right here, so might as well just kick right into it. Feel free to interrupt if you have anything to say. So if I may. We open SummerSlam with your guest host Jon Stewart in the ring pimping the show. He expresses his desire to interview Brock Lesnar for some reason, which, if it happened, would only be the second dumbest thing that he would end up doing on the show. The crowd immediately begins wanting him, but he tells them he has someone who will help him interview Brock, and that someone is local boy Mick Foley. But Mick, however, says he thought Stewart said Rock instead of Brock, which ends up being a bad move because it causes the crowd to chant Rocky. Instead of anything fun happening, John and Mick just walk away, and as you can see, we're really starting the show off strong. Your thoughts on that opening segment? Was that completely pointless, or what was that?
It was pointless, but it was humorous.
It was cute.
Pointless humor is fine.
At times. But anyway, so the first match was Randy Orton versus Sheamus. So here we go. Mr. Orange versus Mr. White, St. Louis versus St. Patrick, the Viper versus the Pied Piper. This was an okay opener. They were smart to put it on first because it probably would have been shat upon if they had done it later in the show. Mr. Blarney in the Bank picked up the clean victory when he hit Orton with 2 brogue kicks, pinned him for the 3 count. Your thoughts on these two jerking the curtain?
Solid match, I thought, and a smart move to open the show. Nothing too intense that would get the crowd overamped, and then the rest of the matches that would happen would not own up to. And it was pleasing. I really liked it.
Huh. No one else has any thoughts. Okay.
No, I thought it was okay.
Just okay.
Yeah. Nothing important. Nice little blow-off thing to open the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it was good for the pre-show.
They did a good job blowing. Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Next up, your tag team champions, the Primetime Players versus the New Day versus the Lucha Dragons versus Los Matadores, a.k.a. if we have to put minorities on the show, we might as well just throw them all into the same match. Hashtag Black Teams Matt. So this was pretty entertaining. Pretty entertaining, somehow not elimination match, and it eventually fell into the format you'd expect, where it turned into a giant schmoz, with each team hitting various high spots. The ending came when Titus O'Neil hit Fernando with Clash of the Titus, awful name, but Kofi kicked him in the face and stole the pinfall. Your winners and new tag team champions, the New Day. Your thoughts on the most entertaining people in the history of the company regaining the belts?
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Was I the only one, and I'm going to sound horrible saying this, that forgot that the Matadores were even in that match for the most part?
Oh, I don't think you were alone in that assessment.
I
was actually really hoping that the referee would be confused and be like, "Wait, is this? I see 4 people that I think are a tag team over here, and 4 people over here. Is this an 8-man tag? Is it?"
No, the show's still going, guys. It's not time to sweep yet. The show's still going.
Oh.
Right.
Okay. So I was happy. A wrong has been righted. The New Day is the new champions again. They took it away from 2 black guys who have no character.
What, you didn't like them? You didn't like them imitating the Ascension?
That's stupid.
Yes,
That's what their characters are. We make fun of other tag teams. That's more of a heel thing to do.
That is true.
Not that obviously heels or faces care, but the last time, what is going on with you're throwing me off because it's looking at you and you're just like all over the fucking place.
Get it together, man.
He's a raccoon, man. He can't be
I
chained.
I got you.
Focus.
Sorry, I'm 100% focused now.
Please do.
No, you're not. Squirrel.
Yeah, I mean the Primetime Players. If you're funny when you make fun of the people, you can get away with it like Rock, but they're not funny. So, taping cones to football pads and being like, "We're the Ascension," is childish and stupid. So.
Well, I didn't catch that part, but I thought that the Primetime Players were all right. Now, granted, this is coming off a very sporadic stint of not watching a whole lot of wrestling.
Good for you.
But
good thing
I
I have a
was,
show.
yeah. Well, no. I watched SummerSlam and I watched Raw, so I got my bases mostly covered. I just, I liked the New Day. I thought the New Day was fantastic. And them winning the tag titles is great. I also like the Primetime Players. I called them to still retain, but I didn't think it as long as it was either of them. 3 out of the 4 teams I would have been all right with winning.
Racist.
I mean, I like the Lucha Dragon.
And Dubstep
And
Josh has returned.
and
I'm sure he's still talking on his audio file, but for those of you listening at home, we can't hear him right now.
I'm pretty sure he's always talking.
All right,
Boom.
can you guys hear
I'm
me
keeping
now?
track of the number of times
Have I
that's the
stopped
number of
being
times I've
the?
made fun of Josh so far. That's the number of times Adam's made fun of Josh so far. You're behind, buddy.
That's mean.
Jesus Christ! Can you guys hear me now? Have I stopped being the
We hear
dubstep
ya, we hear ya.
douchebags entrance music?
Sadly,
And
yes.
that as well.
Oh,
I completely lost my train of thought, so you guys go ahead. Thank you. fuckers.
I'll just move on. So backstage, John Stewart and his son were seen chatting with Neville and Stephen Amell when The Undertaker randomly walked by and the lights went out. Either that or I had a stroke and temporarily blacked out. For my money, this was easily the best mystique-ruining backstage segment since Eric Rowan put the sheep mask on Michael Strahan. Next up, Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev, a.k.a. hurry up and get the wrestling out of the way so I can watch two chicks sloppily brawl and maybe see some panty. For those scoring at home, Lana has now traded in her classy business suits for an outfit which I would best describe as 1984 Denny's waitress hitting the dance floor after her shift ends. In a finish which made everyone happy, the ref counted both men out. But don't worry, Lana and SummerSlam Ray fought after the match in order to further prolong the part of this feud that people seem to care about. Now, I'm no expert, but for the next pay-per-view, I think you can pretty much book Ziggler and Lana versus Rusev and Summer in 2-on-2 transgender action. Your thoughts?
I don't want to see Lana wrestle. I think she's much better just being a valet.
I think this is the problem with this is I could go the serious route on this and talk about how terrible of a character Lana is.
Oh, sure.
Now because of the whole feminist thing. Or I could talk about the fact that this is the same woman who has tons and tons of nudie pics online.
Oh, she does.
Google right now and jerk off to while we talk.
Oh, please, by all means. Summer slam that ham.
Oh, the spiders are back. Everything does look like it's leading to a mixed tag match at whatever the fuck the October pay-per-view is, or September pay-per-view.
Night of Champions.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. But I did there's a rumor abounding that Lana is while Lana is supposedly a very good wrestler, she's not actually cleared to wrestle due to some mysterious health problem that has not been disclosed. So
Chlamydia.
Inability to wrestle. Speaking of thoughts, I don't have a problem if they're going to have Lana wrestle. This is obviously a vehicle for the two of them, for Lana and Summer's Eve to get it on. So let's just, I mean, should we even have a match, or maybe just do like a hardcore match?
By the way, am I the only one who thinks they missed a golden opportunity when Summer Rae put Lana in the Accolade by not calling it the Camel Toe Clutch?
There's still time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still time.
Can we have another evening gown match? The only way that this is going to be awesome is if it's an evening gown match.
Well, if only this were 15 years ago, then yes. Unfortunately.
An intergender tag team tuxedo / evening gown match.
Let's not forget
gravy.
That mixed tag team match is not exactly what it used to be, where you'd actually have the women face off against the men at times. This is stupid intergender rules where, like, as soon as they tag in the woman, the other one's got to go over and tag the other person.
Right.
So you're not going to get Rusev. Yeah, you're not going to get Rusev try to stomp Lana's face in, and you're not going to get Lana do the Fame Cunter on Rusev or anything like that. So
is that your finisher?
Right.
that's what I'm going with. Fame Master, Fame Cunter. Sure.
Fair enough. Next up.
I'm riding Adam's coattails there on his joke.
By all means.
I only heard writing Adam on that one, so.
That's exactly what he said.
That is exactly what I said. Maybe you should pay attention, fuckwit.
Thank you. Thank you for that patented dubstep Josh chime-in.
Moving on.
Skrillex. Neville and Stephen Amell versus Stardust and King Barrett. So, Amell actually acquitted himself pretty nicely for the most part, and he taught us all the important lesson that any D-list celebrity can walk off the street and into a WWE ring and easily hold his own with men who have dedicated their lives to the craft. Good to know. Good to know. Amell even got his own high spot when he hit a crossbody from the top turnbuckle onto the Cosmic Kings on the floor. Neville then followed with a red arrow to Barrett and scored the 3 count. Now, I don't know what the exact opposite of a superhero is, but if there was a term for it, it would probably be Wade Barrett. I don't know whose bag that dude shit in, but I'll be damned if he hasn't been a jobbing machine for the past 4 years. Your thoughts on the Cosmic Kings versus fucking D-list actor and Neville?
I realize that this shows my geekdom a little bit, but can we stop calling comic book characters who don't have superpowers superheroes?
What's
The
he doesn't
Green
have a
Arrow-
superpower?
The Green Arrow doesn't have a superpower. He's
What does
a
he do?
rich
He's a
guy.
marksman with gimmicky arrows, right?
Yeah.
Wait, so
He's
you're
a-
saying
he's
you wouldn't call Batman a superhero then?
No.
All right.
No.
Batman
He's
is
a hero and a detective.
Is a masked vigilante. The same
Interesting.
thing with Green Arrow. And both of them are rich dudes who have gadgets. That doesn't make you
fair
a
enough.
superhero. It may make you a regular hero.
That makes them the Mythbusters.
Yes.
Nice.
You heard it here first. Batman, not a superhero. Rogue, a superhero.
Yes.
Yes.
She has
Lame ass,
superpowers.
weak superpowers.
Aquaman, superhero.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, that's the more lame superhero. But
I can say beyond
I-
a shadow of a doubt, I have no idea what's going on right now.
okay,
Well, when
So,
we do our
I do have to
first
say this about
episode of
Amel.
the 1015 Club, we'll go ahead and we'll just
Hey,
continue. To
Don't
go on.
steal my podcast name.
No, we're gonna use it. I put it
Must
out
be
there on the
dubstepping
Facebook
again.
for us. No, we're just ignoring your ass. I put it out there on the
Fuck
Facebook
you.
for us to go for all of our like legion of decide if they want us to have a separate podcast where we complain about it. That's what you did, and I did one where we would talk about some movies, and we got absolutely zero responses. So fuck all of you.
I like movies.
Then maybe you'd like to join us for a brand new podcast.
If you'd like to
outside.
join the Pen 15 Club.
Yeah,
Only
you want
if
to
we
join the
can
Pen
do-
15 Club.
Only if we do Guardians of the Galaxy, since it has Rocket Raccoon.
We can do Guardians of the Galaxy first, just so that way you can be on it and then never show up again.
Fair enough. That is my pattern.
Can we get back on topic?
We're
sorry.
talking
I
wrestling.
was trying to get on topic. Here's my thoughts. Amel actually
Josh is
did
getting
a lot
mad.
better than most celebrities have in the ring, with the exception of Kaufman, who I still think was the best celebrity to ever get into the ring.
Better than Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bam Bam Bigelow is a celebrity?
This is
I mean,
celebrities that
Lawrence
came
Taylor.
into the ring from the ring or kill themselves.
I want you to take the audio from the YouTube video for that one, because that was a perfect. That was a perfect bam bam bag.
Sounds good to me.
But no,
Bam Bam
seriously
Bigelow
though,
was a celebrity. He was in major pain.
I mean, when you think about it, I mean, Amel did well for what he did limited. It was very limited, and that was smart. It wasn't like David Arquette or anything where, they actually gave him a belt.
Well, I mean, you can't expect too much from Mel. That wasn't even like he was going to be, busting out Uma Plantas or anything like that. The guy did a serviceable job.
Yeah.
He did a great job of booking the match where he had very limited interaction. He got to do a nice little high spot, so that way we could get the headlines. Stephen Amell.
Didn't take a single back bump.
He did not. Well,
No, he did not do a back bump, but he still sold like a motherfucker.
yeah, he got whipped around a little bit. He did not land nice on any of them, and even his crossbody was like he hit rib side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was scary. I did see that, but I think like he did a hell of a lot better job than Jay Leno.
That doesn't.
I got Hulk Hogan and Alba over here. That's pretty good. Sorry, throat's a little dry. Sorry.
I like that you did your Jay Leno impersonation while drinking the soda.
I thought it enhanced it, quite frankly.
You've broken Troy.
This is the problem with episodes that Raccoon is on, is that he's a far superior comedian than I am. So I have to bow back and just laugh at his jokes.
Yeah.
Thank you, appreciate it.
You really do.
Yeah.
Also, even sadder, I actually did write something about Jay Leno for the recap coming up in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
All right.
Stay tuned as we spend 40 minutes on a 3-minute match.
Oh yes, of course.
Pray continue, Mr. Reigns. Pray
Uh-huh.
continue.
Speaking of 3-minute matches, the next one was the Intercontinental Championship match.
Hang on a
Ryback.
minute.
Oh, okay. Let's not.
Did I just hear you say
Oh Jesus! I thought
3 minutes?
I thought that's where we were coming.
Go ahead.
Jesus
3
Christ.
minutes. Ryback versus the Big Show versus The Miz. Pretty mediocre match for the most part, but mercifully brief. The finish came when Big Show KO'd Miz with Ryback clothesline Show out of the ring and stole the pinfall. If that ending seems familiar to you, that may be because it's the exact same thing that Kofi Kingston did earlier in the tag match, so I guess Ryback equals cowardly heel? Your thoughts on these
confusing.
two? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say that was a confusing finish to that match because Ryback is the of the three people in the match, Ryback is the faciest, Miz is the heeliest, and Big Show is whatever the fuck Big Show decided to be this week.
The shittiest.
And that too. And for Ryback to steal a pinfall just did not seem to fit anything that they were trying to do with the match very well.
That was really weird. We didn't have him, throw both of them up on his shoulders and slam them and then take the pin.
He almost didn't shell shock Big Show.
Yeah, that is true. But
that was less a shell shock and more I picked you up and now I'm falling over, so let's make it the shell shock.
Yeah, pretty much.
I definitely won that prediction that they did exactly mark out to Ryback picking him up.
Of course they did.
Oh my god, he picked him up. Yeah, he's done it like the past 5 weeks, dude.
Yeah.
And everyone likes to shit on The Miz. But he was the most entertaining aspect of that match, especially with his quick pins back and forth.
Yes. In the corner. Yeah.
I thought that was actually a really funny spot.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like him. I don't like him so much as a wrestler, but as a talker, when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. Quality.
Yeah.
Classic priest.
Yeah, he's a great talker. He's also a really hard-working guy and a guy who takes the business seriously, considering that he started off as a reality show guy. But he has a love for wrestling and
the host of SmackDown.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
and the host of the Divas Search. No? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess no one remembers
I
that.
thought that the match was nothing, but we kind of expected that because it is the Ryback and the Big Show and the Miz. So, yeah.
I don't know. I had a cigarette when that match was going on, so I didn't watch it.
Well, if you get yourself a chance, don't go back and watch it.
Yeah, I tend to not to.
Yeah. No need. Anywho, next up, backstage, Jon Stewart knocks on Brock Lesnar's locker room door, but Paul Heyman answers instead. Stewart asks Heyman if he was happy that he disappointed all those fans when the streak ended, and Paul then proceeds to sing in his face. He then made a crack about how the WWE must not have been able to book David Letterman as the guest host. Now, this may seem like a relatively minor segment, but clearly it was the inciting incident for the madness which would later overtake Jon Stewart. Your thoughts on this? Pretty useless, I think. Pretty useless segment, I guess.
No, I just thought it was funny hearing Heyman be Heyman when the doors closed. You just hear him.
I was just going to say the same thing.
That was
That's actually a really good Heyman impression.
That wasn't bad.
But yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Heyman closing the door and basically and then yelling to Brock, "You wouldn't believe what just happened."
The old five-knuckle muffle.
Yeah.
Next up,
I could have done without some of the Jon Stewart stuff simply because the fact it really felt raw-ish, like raw guest star host. It was just look, he's interacting with the guys in the back. Look, now he's talking to Titus O'Neil about Sonic.
Yeah. I legit thought that was all he was going to do all night, and then when he did something else, I was like, wow, I wish that had been all he would have done all night.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up.
We'll get there.
Oh, yeah. Next up, the Wyatt family versus Team Ramen Bros. The Wyatts took out... I think that one works. I think it works. The Wyatts took out Reigns early in the match, and he was out of capacity for so long, it led to an entertaining chant of Romans sleeping from the Brooklyn crowd.
Oh, yes.
Pretty awesome.
Yep.
Oh, I couldn't believe that. That was amazing.
However, he eventually recovered and pinned Wyatt after a spear, giving the victory to the two bestest friends who ever best friended. Your thoughts on this match?
And here we thought the New Day were the super happy best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I mean, especially with what happened on Raw. Well, I'm sure we're going to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who the fuck was that guy?
I said his name, but I couldn't understand him. Let's get to Raw. Let's finish SummerSlam first. I mean, Slam.
It was Mike Knox. Everybody knows that was Mike Knox. Next up, here it is, your moment of zen. Winner-take-all match, WWE Champion Seth Rollins versus United States Champion John Cena. Seth's outfit tonight fittingly reminded me of the WWE Championship's lineage. All white. This was actually a really good match.
It's on a half Armenian.
He's half Armenian. The Rock
Oh,
is half.
oh, yeah.
Indonesia.
And name one more.
Yokozuna's Samoan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Could have gone
3
with
out of
Ron
80.
Simmons is black. Damn.
Not
Ron Simmons
WWE
is
champion.
never
doesn't
been
count.
WWE champion.
WWE.
Ron, yeah. Check your history.
Exactly. Someday it
Lashley
will be
hold
Titus
the title?
O'Neil's turn.
Yeah. No. Maybe. Hey,
ECW.
all right. Let's all take a break. Let's let Josh go look at Wikipedia and try to figure out who exactly won the championship.
He had the
Did,
ECW championship.
Nah.
That R-Truth won it, right?
Booker T. Booker T is
he's a
black,
black
and he's had the WWE World Heavyweight title.
No.
Mm,
No.
Yes, he has. King. Okay.
No.
The Heavyweight
5
Championship.
time.
Wasn't
I
it
mean,
when he
well-
was King Booker that he had the title?
He did, but that was the
That was the World Heavyweight Championship,
Heavyweight
not the
Championship.
WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Same difference. At that
WWE.
point.
No,
Yes,
at that
it
point,
is.
the-
At that point, they were
Yes.
separate belts.
No, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship was not combined into the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. The World Heavyweight Championship was discontinued, retired, and then they took the WWE Championship, turned it into the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, got a brand new belt design, and only that lineage continues on with it.
There you go.
has
Thank you,
been your
Troy,
typical-
with your insightful wisdom and just complete utter comic book shop debate that we just had. I feel
Josh is,
so much more enlightened.
Josh is trying to
Hi.
get on the scoreboard.
But
Can I mute him?
You can. But just to further my point, do you remember when Booker went for the Raw title against Triple H, and then Triple H told him, "Your people don't win titles," and then sure enough, Triple H beat him at WrestleMania. Yeah, so he was right. He was proved right. That was great. Good times.
That was institutionalized racism many
That was-
years before its time.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
But you
Boy.
know what? Racism is timeless, so
Indeed
Hey.
it is.
We're coming for you, Ninja.
that's right.
That's right. Brother. Anyway, so I would say actually Cena versus Rollins was a really good match until the finish. So Cena got Rollins up for an attitude adjustment, but Rollins kicked the ref, knocking him out. While he was down, none other than Jon Stewart ran up from backstage with a chair, then proceeded to turn heel by hitting Cena in the gut. Rollins then pedigreed Cena onto the chair and picked up the 3 count and the U.S. title. Now, a few things here. So just to reiterate, John Cena, your 15-time world champion, was just forced to sell a chair shot from a diminutive 150-pound former talk show host in the year 2015. How many shows have we seen on the WWE Network where WCW gets shit-talked for having Hulk Hogan sell an armbar from Jay Leno? How many? And please explain to me how this is any different from that. Also, in those immortal words of David Arquette, should we have known better than to trust anyone from Hollywood? I think we should have. And second, Stewart's explanation on Raw made absolutely no sense. He said he didn't think about the fact that he was helping Seth Rollins, his archenemy, by taking out Cena, the man who Rollins was fighting in the match. So that's the best explanation they could come up with. Why not just have Stewart say to Rollins, "Hey man, a few months ago when I kicked you in the balls, that showed me that you had balls. I respect that." Boom, right there. Easy explanation. And third, I would just like to point out that renowned Butte, Montana weatherman Chet Winkstead predicted a Jon Stewart run-in during that match. Nobody else did. Nobody did. Go back and look at the tape. Not one person predicted it. But it's neither here nor there. Your thoughts on Rollins defeating Cena with the help of Jon Stewart?
I just want to point out that Jon Stewart is not from Hollywood. Jon Stewart is from New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't necessary. And also, John Cena rammed Seth Rollins' foot into the referee, so that's all 100% on him.
Oh, it is. It is.
Fair enough.
And it wasn't necessary. Fine, do the spot where you knock the ref out and have, Rollins curb stomp him, kick him in the dick, whatever.
I definitely thought the curb stomp should have made a return for SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's a special event. Curb stomp his ass. He's a
Exactly.
white guy.
Sure.
You can get away with it.
Yeah, just the biggest problem with Stewart was the fact that he kept running to Cena like he was going to hit him,
Yeah.
but Cena was
Yeah.
still selling other stuff.
He telegraphed it for a good 2 minutes before he had
Yeah.
He kept going
like-
back and forth when he should have just been waiting for Rollins to get up, and then just kind of keep keep looking back. That's
Well,
you come in there, you're like, oh, I'm gonna hit Cena. Oh no, I'm gonna hit Rollins. Oh, I'm gonna hit Cena. Oh, I'm gonna get them both. Yeah.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. And Mr. Reigns, I must point out one thing that you incorrectly pointed out.
Oh.
The pedigree did not land on the chair.
It did not at all.
That was an airbrush if I'd ever seen it on an inanimate object. How do you airbrush an inanimate object?
Oh, just watch Kane anytime he has to sell something.
Like a DDT.
Yep.
Jesus.
Or a pedigree.
I'm just
So
saying,
he's the worst.
I love Jon Stewart, and I think he's entertaining.
For months by getting a giant stairs slammed out on his head, man. I mean, that shit hurts.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say this: Jon Stewart is entertaining.
Oh, I heard
Should
Jon
never
Stewart
get into the ring ever again. Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
Jon Stewart.
I
Say Cena.
For those of you watching on YouTube, enjoy that. Enjoy Josh finally getting a chance to make his point and then freezing completely in the middle of it. I just want to say, I also enjoy Jon Stewart. I enjoyed the hell out of that segment. I fully admit that it made no sense and kind of dragged the end of the match down. But Jon Stewart costing John Cena the World Heavyweight Championship is one of my favorite things ever.
But
yes, it did not make any fucking sense whatsoever.
Wait a minute. Oh, yes, that's right. I do have some audio from the Salzer house or from Adam's house that I believe this is what happened when John Cena lost.
Don't make the masturbation noise. Your masturbation noise is disgusting.
That's a high compliment, actually.
Thank you. But I believe that that's the sound that we heard from Adam's house when Cena lost. It
was a vampire?
that was
John Cena lost. Now he's a 15-time champion.
No, I definitely uttered the phrase "Jon Stewart, you marvelous bastard" more than once. But
I think you were the only one.
Hey, like
I said, I fully admit that it made no sense, but that doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it.
Yes. All right.
But it didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't make any sense.
The sex he had later that night was epic because Cena lost.
Indeed.
You are so fucking weird, Josh.
He blasted a hole right through your mom's jaw.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, Troy, you're going to win the contest. I admit it.
I'm already up 7-4.
Also, this was predetermined before I came on. That you're
running tally.
How many times are you going to make fun of me?
I didn't realize there was a contest until he showed the scoreboard. So.
Well, by the time I showed it, we were 2-2, so I thought it was fair at that point. I didn't add Shauna there because I'm sorry, I didn't add Raccoon.
How about you guys just let me have a 5-minute rant, and then you can make all the comments after that 5-minute rant, and then I'll just go to bed.
Okay, take your headphones off.
No.
You'll kill yourself. And then we're going.
Moving on.
Live on YouTube.
Live on YouTube. Watch this dude kill himself.
No, Troy, let's not. Ever.
Me and Undertaker will just stay over here, and we'll just be quiet from the rest of the show.
Well, the Undertaker would have to be there, wouldn't he?
You're petting the Undertaker.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Your match is coming up next.
Nope, not quite yet.
You still have 3 matches.
All right.
2 matches.
Moving on.
Still got to get through 2 more. And of course, the first one was Team Bella versus Team BAD versus the Submission Sorority Volume 36 Backdoor Amateurs in a tag team elimination match. Now, first of all, I don't care if she's Rick's daughter. Charlotte needs to stop uttering the phrase, "We're gonna do it with flair." The only bleach blonde daughter of a bleach blonde wrestling legend who gets to have sex with her own father is Brooke Hogan, so don't gimmick and fringe, okay? All right, thanks. Second, Sasha Banks is now my new favorite wrestler. After seeing her performance at TakeOver the night before, she took a goddamn reverse Hurricane Rana from the top rope. That shit is boss, with a capital B. But unfortunately,
now I need to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
But she was only in this match for 30 goddamn seconds, despite the crowd pleading for her to be in it. Even more, rightfully so. Yeah. And Team Bad was eliminated after Brie hit Tamina with the second rope X Factor in pretty short order. Team PCB then ended up getting the victory when Brie put the miss in missile dropkick, and Becky Lynch hit her with the Bexplex for the 3 count. Now, there were several encouraging signs here. Most notably that they gave a women's match almost 15 minutes on a pay-per-view, and also that an Irish woman was giving out beatings instead of being on the receiving end of them. Your thoughts on this match?
Brie doing the Daniel Bryan kicks, and the crowd screaming "no" every time she landed a kick.
Brie, I don't write on the coattails of my husband Bella, doing the Daniel Bryan kicks and the yes chant. Do they think we won't notice that they're padding Nikki Bella's title reign by not ever having her defend the title?
I thought you were going to say padding her bra.
Well, that too, but
she doesn't have a choice next month.
It seems like they're legit. Yeah, they're basically dragging this out so she can become the longest reigning Divas champion. There was no title match at SummerSlam when you would think there would be. They'll obviously have to be one next month, but they can just take it off, I guess, after all this time. And now, oh look, she's the #1 person, the longest reigning ever.
Yeah, more on that later. But
taking out AJ Lee, I assume.
Who?
Who is in that awesome Madden commercial?
Who?
Exactly. Yeah.
Jim Neidhart?
Oh, I'm sorry. You mean the wife of that douchebag who walked out on the WWE?
This douchebag?
You're pointing to yourself?
I'm holding up my I realize that you can't see with your little squinty raccoon eyes, but
I can't see.
When you pull up your shirt, though, all we can see is some weird, shrunken head thing on your shirt.
Oh.
The drawing of the drawing.
Oh, look at that. 4 nipples.
Dance like a little girl. All right.
And next up, Cesaro versus Kevin Owens in an I forgot about this one, but I guess we still have to do it match. So overall, pretty solid. I kind of felt bad for these guys. The crowd was basically just kind of waiting for Taker versus Lesnar at this point. Owens scored the victory when he hit Cesaro with the pop-up video. Your thoughts on this match between these two Brooklyn Brawlers?
Pop-up video.
Loved it.
Great match. Great match.
Yeah, great. I guess I wouldn't say great. I'd say good.
I'd say it was very good. I'd say it was probably one of the best on the card.
Oh, snap. Shots fired.
I'm going to have to confess a sin on this one.
I was really happy that...
Dubstep Troy.
I'm still here. I was making fun of him again. We'll count it. Double digits. So I was really happy that Kevin Owens went over.
Yep.
And I mean, I love Cesaro too, but Owens really needed this after Brooklyn, and obviously.
By the way,
past couple of...
mad props to Kevin Owens for having that match after the ladder match the night before.
Yeah.
Because that ladder match was pretty brutal in places.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why Sasha didn't fight. Maybe they were keeping her fresh after she had a 20-minute match and landed on her fucking neck the night before.
Can we restrain ourselves from keeping her fresh when we're talking about women?
I'm just saying, when you wrestle the night after having a long match, you kind of get that not-so-fresh feeling. That's kind of what happens, right?
Yeah.
Summer's Eve.
Yeah. She's got that not-so-fresh feeling. We do have a wrestler named after a douche, so why don't we go ahead and do that?
We do.
Yeah, John Cena. Okay.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. All right, now it's time for the main event. The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar in a match that was too big for WrestleMania, but just the right size for the third biggest pay-per-view of the year. So this match continued the trend of Lesnar apparently being the only guy on the roster who was allowed to blade, but in fairness, though, would you want to be the one to tell him that he can't? I don't think I'd want to be. Unlike most of Brock's recent matches, instead of being a brawl, this was actually more of a kind of standard wrestling match, and it was very entertaining until, stop me if you've heard this before, the finish. So Brock put Taker in the Kimura, so Taker defensively tried to use it to his advantage by shifting his weight and pinning Brock's shoulders to the mat. Referee Charles Robinson, a.k.a. Lil Charlotte, began counting the pinfall for Taker. But as he was doing it, Taker tapped out. The timekeeper saw the tap out and rang the bell, which confused Robinson because he didn't see Taker tapping, meaning the timekeeper is a better referee than Charles Robinson. Brock thought he won, but Robinson never called for the bell, so the match kept going. Taker sneakily hit a low blow to the Brock cock, then put Lesnar in the Hell's Gate. Brock amusingly flipped off Taker while he was in the hold, and then he passed out without tapping, so Robinson called for the bell, giving the official win to The Undertaker. Got all that? Good, because I'm still a little bit lost. Why couldn't the match have just had a simpler ending, like Stephen Colbert putting Lesnar through a table? Something basic. Your thoughts on this match and on SummerSlam as a whole?
My first thought on this match: how the fuck did the timekeepers see the tap out?
Yeah, that was.
Thankfully, there was a bald guy in the front row, and he saw the reflection off the bald guy in the front row.
Oh, like a projector.
Second, Undertaker didn't tap. Yeah, Undertaker didn't tap. He just knows that Brock Lesnar's very ticklish, and he wanted to get him to, get the move out.
Well played.
Did it have to be another dick kick?
Why not? That's how you slow down a
Because
beat.
it's Dick Kick City, bitch.
I mean, if you're gonna,
Damn right.
I fully understand, having to set up a rubber match and doing what they need to do to set up a rubber match. But if you're gonna go for a dick kick, just use Heyman to distract the ref or something. Something. There's no reason.
You know what makes having a rubber match even better? When both guys have won legitimately at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't make that ending was so bizarre.
Yeah. You could have still had him tap off to the Hell's Gate, not have any of this crazy shit, and been like, oh my god, look, these two guys have both beat each other once. Now here comes the rubber match at Hell in a Cell.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Why didn't we have it on Raw? That's my question. Taker just completely no-showed. What a puss. But spoiler, sorry. But did you guys like SummerSlam in general?
I did. I really did. I thought it was great.
I thought it was good.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, a lot of solid matches. I think match of the night was probably Cena versus Rollins, maybe with Taker and Brock as a close second. Anybody want to disagree on that? Yeah. Even with the stupid finish, Cena versus Rollins was really good.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
Let's not forget that the Undertaker match had one of the best gifable moments ever.
That's true.
Pet him.
It's okay,
Pet him.
buddy. It's okay. It's okay. Shh. It's okay. Shh.
Aww.
Goodness gracious.
By the way, speaking of that,
That's scarier than my lower third here.
we are having a caption contest on our Facebook page. I have taken a screenshot of that wonderful moment and put it on the Facebook page for people to attach captions to meme style.
Oh.
So far, Troy is the only participant, so he's winning right now. But we'll see what happens in the future.
I have first, second, and fourth place.
Eric, our friend Eric, just posted a picture of Christopher Lloyd from Roger Rabbit and didn't actually caption the picture, so he's in last place. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
the
caption contest means you actually have to use the picture that we posted there and add a caption to it. Not, here's Christopher Lloyd, I win!
His boogly eyes. I thought mine was pretty good. I submitted one to get the ball rolling, and the one I said was, "Did you say ice cream cake?"
Are you going to award it to yourself?
Yes, I named myself the winner.
Fair enough.
Because it's my goddamn contest.
First prize is a sheep mask.
That you won't get for a year and a half, right, Andrew?
Correct.
He is on the side because he couldn't be here tonight because he's too good for us. Look at all them douches all in the same stream. He says, "What's with the gloves, Josh? What's with the gloves, Josh?"
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you giving me a chance to talk?
Oh,
I just wanted to put them on. Fuck you guys.
Josh is butthurt.
Oh, no.
I'm not butthurt. It's just every time I try to talk, you guys start cutting me off or make your quibs, and it's like I don't even get a chance to say anything. So, whatever.
Well, half the time that you talk, you also cut in and out too. So we have
It's
to
not
fill
my
this up.
fault.
Bill's here too. Bill says, "Ew, douche
Yay.
stream." Yeah, that's kind of gross. Thanks, Andy.
Anyway. So, moving on to Raw, I guess?
So moving on to the end, very, very end of SummerSlam.
Okay.
If you haven't seen the YouTube videos and the videos that are on Twitter, Undertaker collapsed just before going backstage, and everybody thinks it's fake. Well, not everybody. Those of us who know better are pretty sure it's fake. But a lot of people are thinking that that Taker's not going to be back till WrestleMania again. So.
Well, I guess that would kind of make sense.
It felt like a work.
Yeah. They got to have their third fight at some point, but maybe he can also fight Sting. Who knows?
Somebody had pointed out that if it is a work, it was a very smart work because it didn't actually happen on camera. It happened on fans' cameras in the stand because they knew that would make it more viral. I don't know
well played.
I was going to say, I don't know if they actually have the forethought to actually think that far ahead and do something like that. But
Unless Vince McMahon accompanies him to the hospital, it's not real.
yeah. God, Andy and Bill are blowing up our thing on the side.
Yeah,
here.
read them shits, man. Oh, wow, it's going crazy over here.
Andrew says, "Did you break Josh?" Josh was already broken.
Broke his back, made him humble.
Bill says, "Say swear words."
Fuck.
You, Bill.
Hey,
Fuck.
he lives.
Andrew says, "It's like the Today Show. Everyone talking all over one another. That's what we do here. That is the very oeuvre that we aim to hit." I haven't watched all of Raw. Spoilers. We haven't got
People get beat up. Fights and people talk as well.
Whoa! Spoiler alert.
Spoiler: Sasha Banks wasn't on Raw either. Fuck that.
Bill wants to know, what is Josh's favorite soup?
You know what my favorite soup is, Bill? I take ramen noodles, I drain them, I put ground beef, and then I put ranch in it.
And
It's
Skittles.
delicious, Andrew.
I'm more concerned
was
about
one-
Raccoon Reigns' favorite soup, says Andrew.
Well, I like a little Italian wedding. Then I drop in a few Starbursts, mix them around a little bit, and then I just take a quick little sip in there, just get a little feel for it, and then I dump
He
in.
likes gazpacho.
Is there a particular flavor of Starburst that you enjoy in your Italian wedding soup?
Bologna.
Where do you get bologna flavored Starburst?
Those are the pink ones.
Japan.
I always thought those were like strawberry or some bullshit.
Nope. That's what they want you to think.
Okay. Bill says, "Yeah, no spoilers, you jerks. Too bad, you should have watched Raw." Bill says, "If you drain it, it's not soup." Sorry, Josh. And Andrew says, "Soupcast." No fucking Soupcast. Moving on to Monday Night Raw, which was also very enjoyable.
It was.
If you ask me. I enjoyed it.
Well, I guess Bill has to leave for this segment because we're talking about Raw.
We had the massive return of the Dudley Boyz. Spoiler alert.
Awesome.
And then the slightly less massive return of Sting.
That was pretty cool. Although his makeup was smudged when they lifted the
I
thing
know.
up, but what was up with that?
How did that happen? You didn't do anything. How did you already switch your makeup away?
He was probably, I'm thinking he was probably like maybe grabbing onto the curtain while they were loading him into the ring on the forklift.
He had to break out of the Seth Rollins statue,
Yeah.
so it took some.
It's hot in there, dude. What the fuck, you know? Maybe you just sweat a little bit.
Yeah,
Missed a spot.
that was a fully covered thing. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that was not too. That was getting probably a little steamy.
Plus,
Yeah.
Triple H did take forever to get to it.
And they had to sing Vince "Happy Birthday" first.
Yeah. He's gonna like 70, but not quite as much as he liked 69.
Ba-dum!
Oh.
Yay.
Also, I will say they did a good job because I thought it was going to be Cena behind that because they kept teasing it like Cena's thrown out of the building, and Triple H kept mentioning Cena before they pulled the curtain up. So I was like, okay, it's going to be fucking Cena.
That would have pissed me the fuck off because that would have broken all the laws of physics.
Yeah.
Because we saw them leading Cena out of the building, and then it immediately cut to the platform being loaded into the ring. And so
They're not afraid to break the laws of physics in wrestling.
Yeah. Little do they know, Sting had on his Tanuki suit and was able to turn into a statue.
Nice.
or
That's a good one.
was that the Undertaker?
Ooh. Oh, that is true. We know
He is a
Undertaker is for
shapeshifter.
sure a shapeshifter.
He is a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
So maybe he was
changeling, son.
maybe he was the statue that we saw earlier and the Sting. And also the Seth Rollins at the same time.
Ooh.
And this weekend he'll be at Liberty States Wrestling.
Yes,
No,
the
that's
Undertaker will be there.
That's not for another couple months.
That's a promise from
That's a
Adam.
promise.
He
Cards
will
have
be
changed.
shapeshifted as the guy who plays the music. So make sure you ask him, whoever's playing the music that
Wait.
night, whether.
Wait. Maybe you're the Undertaker.
I told you not to tell anyone.
Oh,
Oh shit, he's gonna fucking hit me with lightning.
Andrew says, "Better be safe. Spoilers are bad. They make the baby Jesus cry. So talk about soup instead for the rest of the show." No.
1 cup chopped onions.
That voicemail would have been amazing if you hadn't started laughing in the middle of it.
I don't know why you said you. I had nothing to do with it.
That's funny because it sounded a lot like you.
Hey, don't break kayfabe.
I have a very common voice.
That's true. That's true. I've met this other gentleman named Jonathan Papillon who sounds a whole lot like you.
Oh, stay tuned during trivia.
That's coming up later. Bill says, I've watched Raw. I'm just concerned for the other listeners. Oh, sorry, other listener. Thanks, Bill. Bill would have guessed that Raccoon Reigns' favorite soup was garbage water.
Second favorite. That's second favorite.
I'm not 100% sure what this is in reference to. Wait until he's 96. That's what you fart on the back of each other's heads.
That's the opposite of a 69.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
I believe.
I mean, I don't know.
That's when. I believe that's when you fart on the back of each other's heads.
And Andrew says,
that's what
later.
that is.
Later, Andrew.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
Bye, Andy.
Good to actually be on the show.
Go back to. Yeah.
Ooh.
For us,
Oh, I have work to do for my real job. Huh. Shut up.
Yeah.
Are you saying Shadowvania is his real job?
No, the whole teaching thing is his real job.
Oh,
He
Do you
teaches
Bubba Ray Dudley now?
he teaches convicts how to dance.
oh. That and writing poetry.
Poetry. So yeah, Raw. We got the Dudleys back. The Dudleys came and put Xavier Woods through a table, and then threatened the Primetime Players, even though the Primetime Players aren't the tag team champions anymore. That was fun.
I'm sorry. Why are we not talking about that keynote moment in that entire match, which was Xavier Woods' fantastic trombone skills?
Amazing.
Xavier Woods posted on his personal Twitter, not his WWE Twitter, something about how last night I got to play trombone. There was something else and get put through a table by the Dudley Boyz. If you don't understand why this is awesome, you're not a wrestling fan or something like that.
And he's a hell of a tromboner.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He was actually tromboning in time with Kofi stomping.
There was a whole lot of tromboning going on last night during.
Oh yeah, rightfully so.
Oh shit, son.
I continue to adore Xavier Woods as a manager of the rest of the New Day. And I'm
That's
sad
right. I
and
said booty.
And I'm sad when he's actually in matches now because it means he's not stomping around ringside screaming his head off.
Yeah. Well, maybe he could be in a match and they could rehire Abraham Washington to yell things. That worked out pretty well last time.
Yeah, it's just one Kobe Bryant rape joke away from getting fired again.
Exactly. Big E is like Kobe Bryant in a hotel in Colorado. I'll just leave it at that.
Let's talk about TakeOver.
Sure. I only watched the last two matches.
I get it,
wants to
Bill.
know if the trombone was rusty. The trombone was not rusty, actually. The trombone was very shiny and clean. But what you do on your spare time is up to you.
That's right, sir.
TakeOver was great. I was surprised by a few of the outcomes. I'm very happy that Bayley won the women's championship.
Great match.
Everybody predicted that would happen. Very happy that the Vaudevillains won the tag team championships because that was about time. I love the addition of Blue Pants. Now, if only we could get her an actual name.
So is this this is just a woman who runs around in blue pants, correct?
Yeah, she started basically as enhancement talent to put over
Carmella.
Carmella.
That's where she got the name from.
They jokingly named her Blue Pants because that's what she was wearing at the time.
Also, that's her theme song. Her theme song is
Big Cass.
Colin Cassidy's singing
The Price is Right song.
Yeah. Well, now I think she's actually going to come onto the Vaudevillain stuff, and
Hopefully.
she had a different look to her a little bit. I would assume that she's with the Vaudevillain, she'll maybe be Blue Pantalones.
We should have seen that. We should have seen it coming.
Pantalones azul.
Well, there you go. We should have seen it coming when the Vaudevillains came out in blue pants.
In blue, yeah.
But
yeah. Also, can we talk about the fact that the Vaudevillains are good guys?
Yes.
Wait a minute, so they are actually faces?
Yep.
They're faces, yeah.
They have been for a few weeks now.
Yep.
That'd be almost as dumb as having your Twitter called Heel Ziggler when you're a face.
Yeah, well, Twitter names is a little bit less permanent than, hey, here's the shirt for the Vaudevillains, who are good guys. Yay!
Right.
They're anti-villains.
Change them to the not villains. That's all I got.
The Vaud Millions.
Yay!
All right. But the Divas. I'm going to say that the NXT Women's Championship match was the match of the weekend.
Yes.
Damn Skippy.
Without a doubt, that match was amazing.
Top rope
And
reverse Hurricane Rana, for fuck's sake.
Josh,
most guys wouldn't take that move.
And Josh, since you haven't watched it, fucking watch it because it was outstanding. The entire show was really good. Sorry?
We were going to watch it. We started watching the Vaudevillains tag match, and then SummerSlam started, so Bill and I went to watching SummerSlam, which I guess 50-50 either way probably would have been a good night if we kept watching TakeOver or SummerSlam. So,
Bill says blue petticoat. That could be the next step.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch TakeOver live because I had a show on Saturday night, so I was kind of sad about that. But I did watch it Sunday morning, and it was fantastic.
I'd more prefer blue waffle than blue petticoat, though. That's just me.
Don't Google that, friend.
Hey, Bill, about the purple donut.
What's the blue? I haven't heard of this. Let me just type that in right now and see what comes up here.
I'll see he's doing spider hands too. You just can't tell.
No, I got it. I got it. I'm working on it right here. Right here. I'm working on it.
All right. While you look.
Oh
that
my
up,
God.
While you look that up, we'll go to the predictions here. We had 12 participants in the prediction poll this month.
Nice. Dirty dozen.
The jumbo extra large prediction contest poll because we did TakeOver and SummerSlam. Everybody predicted that Samoa Joe would go for Baron Corbin.
Weird.
Only 2 people predicted that Jushin Thunder Liger would win. One of them was Bill. The other one was Josh. Well done.
Hey, right on.
Thank you.
Everybody predicted that Bayley would win and also take the title. Everybody except our friend Chet Winkstead and Raccoon Reigns
Oh, what a coincidence.
predicted that the Vaudevillains would win. But not everybody predicted that they would actually take the titles.
No, I thought dubstep douchebags would retain through shenanigans.
Yeah, Andy, Bill, and Josh all said that the dubsteps would retain. Of course, everybody picked that Finn Balor would retain in the ladder match.
And speaking of which, on that note, maybe you guys can explain this to me, because I asked you this, Adam, as well. What is special about Finn Balor aside from his entrance? Because I saw nothing at all that impressed me in that match.
Well, like I said, he was kind of out of his element because it was, as they were talking about, his first ever ladder match ever. So.
Wait a minute. In his Prince Devitt days, he didn't do a ladder match in Scotland.
That's what they were saying. That's what they were saying on the commentary. That was his first ever ladder match. So.
I like him. I like Finn Balor. Think doing the dualistic gimmick, I think, is a great thing for him. That could get him over really huge if they do it right. Are they going to do it right?
Not while Kevin Dunn's around.
Keep your finger off the switch, Dunn.
Yeah. And off of everything else, please. Bo Dallas getting destroyed on Raw.
Yeah. How has he not learned by now that every time he interrupts somebody, he gets his ass kicked?
Yeah. 6 people predicted that Liger versus Breeze would open TakeOver. Mm-hmm. And of course, everybody predicted that the NXT title would close. That's why we called it Easy Points. As for who would interrupt Apollo Cruz's debut, only one person predicted no one, and that was Sal. But
nice.
Some of the other predictions were pretty fantastic. We had a couple of people predict Rhino, including myself. Chet Winkstead thought that Fantasio was going to come out. Raccoon Reigns, you suggested Terry Tate, office linebacker.
I did.
Andy said
that's a reference.
Andy said Bill Dempsey. Chris L. said Baron Corbin. Bill said Leo Kruger. And then this makes me sad that Andy's not actually on the show this week. Eric, our friend Eric, suggested Muntjack. And Josh, you just wrote some guy. So
Partial credit.
I enjoyed the answers to those, particularly Fantasio. I enjoyed the shit out of that.
That Chet Winkstead's pretty sharp.
Of course, nobody got moving on to SummerSlam. Of course, nobody predicted Rusev versus Ziggler correctly because it ended in a double countout. But everyone except Josh predicted that PCB would win the Divas elimination match.
Yeah, I know.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Dumb me. Dummy. I guess I was riding high on Sasha Banks. I don't know.
7 people predicted Kevin Owens going over. Everybody predicted Amell and Neville. Half the field predicted the New Day.
I like Nevin.
Got that one.
I don't know much.
Yeah, I went with primetime players. I think you
I
guys can.
love you. I don't know much.
3 people predicted Ambrose and Reigns would win the tag team match.
That was not me.
Everybody except Andy predicted that Ryback would retain his Intercontinental Championship.
Andy, what the hell, buddy?
He picked The Miz. Yeah.
Oh, look, I like the Miz just like he does, but come on, Andy.
4 people predicted that Seth Rollins would win the title for title match. And only, let me make sure I have this, I'm on the right thing here. Only Chris L. predicted that Cena would not retain the United States Championship, while 6 people predicted that Rollins would retain the World Heavyweight Championship. 5 people predicted that Sheamus would win. 6 people predicted that The Undertaker would win. Only 1 person correctly predicted that Orton versus Sheamus would open the show, and that was Sal. So Sal's 2 for 2 on being the only one. Of course, everybody predicted that Lesnar versus Taker would end the show, and everybody except these 2 people, which is that Troy? Yeah, Troy and Eric predicted that there would be no cash-in. So everybody except Troy and Eric predicted there would be no cash-in. Womp womp. So we go to the points.
Oh, I did terrible for this.
I think it was about 50%.
Oops, I need this one. Okay. Leading the pack this month, Sal with 18 out of 25 predictions correct.
Fucker.
Then we've got Eric and Josh and.
Do we have a Sal voicemail this week, by the way?
We do. In fact, it's in 2 parts because he was so long it cut him off.
Oh, Christ's sakes.
We'll get to that. So Bill and Josh and Eric got 17 out of 25. Well done.
Good job, Bill.
Chris L. Adam B. Got 16. I got 15. We've got Troy, you got 14. Raccoon Reigns and Andy got 13. And Chet Winkstead got 12. So leading the pack right now. Bill Little, Will Green tied for first place with 65% correct.
Bill and Will.
Whoa.
Then we've got, well, to be fair, Bill, that's actually very impressive for Bill, not so much for Will, because Will's only done like 2 shows. But Bill has done almost all of them and has a 65% correct rating. 73 for 113, which is pretty impressive. Then we've got Mike D, Chris L, Adam B at 61%, Josh, you were at 60%, Raccoon Reigns at 59%, Andy and Chris S and Sal at 58%, Troy, you and I are at 57%, Casey and Jamie are at 56% with their 1 show apiece, Eric is also at 56% with a much better record. Zach P at 53%, Chet Winkstead at 48% with his 1 show in, Vinny's at 47%, and Glenn Morton leading the end at 46%. So that is your prediction contest update for TakeOver and SummerSlam.
Sweet.
I do have to admit, though, it seems like it's if you want to pad your numbers, it's not a bad idea to miss a show to do your vote. It seems like, because there was 1 show that Andrew didn't vote, but it put him into 2nd place. I missed 1 or 2, and it's gotten me up there on the numbers as well. So.
Can we talk about how Josh is actively trying to ruin the prediction contest by telling people how to cheat on the podcast?
I know how to game a system, bitch.
Go fuck yourself. So we kind of glossed over it, but the new Wyatt family member,
yes.
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman, who you may recognize as the NXT Rosebud who is dressed like a Spartan.
Braun Strowman? That's like a type of bread.
Braun.
Okay, so where's
Braun
this
from
guy?
Game of Thrones.
Right.
Oh, he is a strong man. That's
Okay,
where he's from.
Where,
He kind of
where's-
bypassed the whole NXT thing. He never actually wrestled on NXT. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen. Well, I for like 5 seconds, like an idiot, went Bull Dempsey when I saw him, and I'm like, no, wait, no, Dempsey is not that freakishly huge. And then, like, I've never seen this guy before. I've never heard of this guy before.
No, I could have seen it being Bull Dempsey. He's got that bullfit program going on right now. He's lost a couple pounds.
That's a good load of bullfit right there.
That is
He's
a good
coming.
bullfit.
He's coming back next week though, and I guarantee you will not look any different than he did before.
It's also kind of weird the way they debuted that new guy because he slowly took the mask off, and then when he takes it off, it's like, who the fuck are you?
Right?
Yeah.
I like the whole black sheep thing though, with the black
Mhm.
mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay tuned in a couple of months when Eric Rowan comes back and then is immediately fired.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't
Dude,
think he's coming
What is
back.
what's going on over there? Hello there. Hi. I'm I'm interested to see where this goes, and I actually think that this Braun Strowman guy fits in better with the Wyatt family than Rowan did. Even though I do like Rowan, but very dominating first performance. So.
Hmm?
Definitely. Good first performance by Burnt Seaman. Great. Good job.
What is going on over here?
Bill says on the side. Bill says vaudevillian examples. Noun, also a vaudevillist, a person who writes for or performs in vaudeville. So the name still works. No, that's vaudevillian. These are the vaudevillains. There is a difference. They have spelled it differently. Also says he needs to stop drinking fencing stain when listening to the show. I'm going to suggest not drinking fencing stain at all.
Bill, did you get into your wife's fencing stain again after she got done staining your fence? I mean, seriously. Dude, you gotta stop doing that.
Is fencing stain a euphemism that I just don't understand?
No, I'm being literal.
Okay.
His wife stained the backyard fence a few weeks ago.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, see, maybe it's because I'm drunk, but I assumed it was like fencing, like Perry.
No.
That kind of fencing, not like fence stain.
Bill says speaking of Shield Rohan here. He's from Game of Thrones too. He looks like Sam Tarley hulked out. I have no idea what that means.
Yes, I
would
love
agree
that,
with
Bill. I love that reference.
I still got
Raccoon,
nothing
would you
on
agree
that
with
one.
Bill on that one?
I would. I think he's going to leave the Wyatt family to go become a maester.
Maester of the Citadel.
And Bill says,
don't forget, kill a White Walker.
Of course, yeah. He's got to have the dagger of Dragonglass with him at all times.
Right. He's got to be the he's got to be the Slayer. He's got to be the Slayer.
This is the coolest show ever.
I know.
I even know what's going on, and I want to stop.
I literally have no idea what's going on.
Floppy wiener, floppy wieners,
Okay,
floppy
now
wieners, floppy
that's
wieners.
a reference I get. Bill also says, I don't think I've missed a single one, but I am a fighting champion. I think he might have missed one, but I'll have to look again. Either way.
Ooh, shit, son.
By the way, I don't care how long Sal's voicemail is. We're still doing trivia.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. I was going to do question time, but let's do that since we just talked about all that shit. So he's going to talk about the entire weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I'm gonna sit back, relax,
Tuck in,
take a nap.
make yourself a Dagwood sandwich, and because this is going to take a while.
If you're not into the whole brevity thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Why,
how
good
long-
morning, Rundown. It is a ridiculously early hour on Tuesday morning, but I figured I'd call now while everything's still kind of
He was
fresh.
up all night. Ow! Rockin' my baby on the treetop. Your mother's a whore. I ain't your pop. Oh!
I don't know why it paused itself. Let's try that again.
This show is
Going through
never
my
going
head.
to end.
Nope.
This weekend that was in Brooklyn, New York. First, I would like to take the opportunity to clarify a couple things. You guys have to understand, I think, for those that know me, know that I've been a fan for a long, long time. And, I don't overreact for no reason. I overreact, or I, kind of go a little bit over the top sometimes.
Should have invited Esther out for SummerSlam.
Guys that I like and how they're used and how they're pushed, because I've seen the worst. For me, you take a look at a guy like Jack Swagger, Miz, on and on. and these guys were at the top at one point, and they're still with the company.
Swagger was
not
on
near
top.
the top anymore. They're kind of an afterthought. They're kind of a footnote. And, you know, if I ever express concern over people like Rollins or Ambrose or Kevin Owens, it's because I don't want them in the mid-card. I believe they belong in the upper echelon, and I believe they've proven that. That being said, I think they, you know, things work out the way they need to work out. And I'd like to actually start with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens had a great match with Finn Balor. It was completely as expected. Was not the match of the night. The match of the night was the Elite Banks. That was the match of the night. However, Kevin Owens then came out at SummerSlam and had one of the matches of the night against Cesaro. And I popped huge when he won. I popped huge. I understand, you know, wins and losses don't mean as much, but I thought it was good. I thought it was great.
Martha, the red coats are fast approaching.
Kevin Owens because he's lost the last 4 pay-per-view matches he's had.
I long
to
for your
Balor,
touch.
to Cena. And hey, he pins Cesaro with the
To
pop-up
feel the
armbar.
innermost of your unmentionables once again.
Match. And I thought it was great. Of course, you have people like Kevin Dunn that are still going to hold him down and hold him back. But Kevin Owens, he has something that you don't see too often in this business. He doesn't have the quote-unquote look that this guy can talk.
Sometimes I fear the war is lost, and King George shall get the better of us.
Speaking of that, damn good, Seth Rollins, although he showed up like a white Power Ranger at SummerSlam.
Hardtack and
Seth
swill
Rollins
for dinner again.
his match with John Cena. The match they put on was better than I think any match that they've had previously. Was the finish a little kabuki-ish? It was a little great kabuki-ish, but, you know, I didn't mind Jon Stewart's explanation on Raw that he couldn't allow Flair's record to be tied. I
Tough
like
to
the
sleep
fact
in
that
woolen
Flair-
pajamas,
Yeah.
caked in mud.
I also like the fact that when Cena came out there all pissed off, John Cena started doing the "You Can't See Me" and says to Flair, "If I do this, can he still see me?" Poor Jon Stewart got the attitude adjustment, and then John Cena got arrested. So that remains to be seen where they go with that. But hey, you know.
Pausing here briefly because we didn't touch on this when we talked about Raw. John Cena threatening to beat up and then beating up a 50-some-odd-year-old nebbishy Jewish comedian. Superhero?
So I'm going to say this. I think this is one of the few times that having a shitty fireman's carry into a drop as your finishing move worked. In the sense that he didn't kill the guy giving it to.
But he did still beat up a nebbishy Jew comedian.
Yeah, I know. We could, you know. I made the comment to Bill about it at SummerSlam, and I'm going to go back to it. Frat guy.
Yeah.
I long for the day when I can return home to the farm and unfasten your bodice.
We need to have some of that music, just the old-timey bone violin music going on right now while he's talking.
Yeah.
Or single harmonica playing.
So this was on Raw we can call it a slightly edgier Cena than normal.
Hey, maybe he's going to go heel like everyone wants him to.
Nope.
No.
Where's that kid at?
Stewart sold it like a champ, I would say.
That's true. Where's
Yeah,
that?
he did.
Where's that Make-A-Wish kid at?
Yeah. Maybe the next time, maybe at the next show, the Make-A-Wish kid who's dying wishes for John Cena to turn heel will make an appearance.
Oh. Does he still
Not
have
tonight, though, huh? Not tonight.
He was going to be number 500, but someone cut him in line.
Does he still have heart disease in his brain?
He does.
All right.
And his skeleton feels like it's covered in bullet ends.
So
What?
we still have like another 45 minutes of Sal talking, right? Shouldn't we
We
get
do.
to that?
I think so.
Holy
Did
shit.
did you say covered in bullet heads?
Bullet ants.
Oh, okay. I don't know what those are.
You know what? The ends justify the means, which I think kind of describes a lot of SummerSlam. The ends justifies the means, because it doesn't matter how we got there. The point of the matter is that Seth Rollins not only holds a victory over John Cena now, he is the one that took the United States title off of John Cena. You know, we always said that they have to give it to a young guy. Well, they did. They gave it to Seth Rollins as the one who took the belt off of John Cena.
Smallpox claimed another last night.
I like it. You know, I know
Josh
that
is a
there was
slinky.
pretty much a consensus that there wasn't going to be a finish. There's just going to be each person keeps his belt, but I think this was a little more shocking, and I do like it.
Everyone
I also like the new Wyatt member, because that guy fucking huge. I don't know much about him. All I know is that he came in much like the Big Show when he debuted in '99. Just like, who is this mammoth man just destroying everybody? And that was interesting, because I didn't see it coming. Not that guy. I didn't even know that guy existed.
Sometimes I fear that I too shall perish.
Anyway.
I've already lived an unfathomable 26 years. Oh, I'm sorry. Continue.
Shall we part two? Let's part two.
God, I'd be ancient by those standards then. 26? I'm 33. God.
The life expectancy was lower back then.
Yeah, I know, but...
No.
I'm pretty sure my son probably wouldn't have
The
survived.
fucking voicemail cut me off as I was.
So I wonder
was
why he
talking
just
about
kept
the end of
talking.
Raw last night. You see, this is why I have to co-host the show. I have a lot of opinions. After all, I am the voice of the voicemail.
Hey, I have offered for Sal to co-host the show. Sal did not realize that he needed a microphone in order to co-host the show. So whose fault is that, Sal? Whose fault is that?
Well, geez, all he needs to get is a USB compatible mic for his, video game system. He can do it that way.
I'm telling him how to do it. Our shows already last like 3 hours. We'll be here till the next morning if we put him on the show.
Well,
No,
you
wait,
know,
Just
that-
and
that-
he would only,
that's
and he
just
would
a
only
big problem for those that are here on the show on a regular basis. I'm here like Brock Lesnar,
There you
once
go.
a month, twice a month. Not my concern.
and
I was
and
actually
then-
going to compare you more to Shawn Michaels because you only pop up every once in a while to be annoying.
and then you get real butthurt, and leave again. But just think, in that 3
Yeah.
hours that Sal would be on the show, he would only finish,
Jesus told you not to be on Raw anymore.
in that 3 hours that Sal would be on the show, he would only finish like 4 sentences.
You're like, Sal, how you doing tonight?
Uh,
Let me tell you, rundown viewers.
I It's been a rough day.
Whatever happened to Vinny?
All right.
I mean, Tommy Maltasanti.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Sorry.
Oh,
Tommy
we haven't
Boy.
heard from Tommy in a while. All right, let's get back to this because God knows how much longer this is going to last.
And these voicemails just aren't long enough, man. I need banter. I need
Yes,
to go back
they
and forth
are.
with somebody. I like to argue, but I will at some point get the correct software and buy a microphone and all that jazz and
Yay.
co-host the show.
Did you just say all that jizz?
I just, it will take some time. But anyway,
Get him up.
real quick on last night's main event on Monday Night Raw.
There was a main event.
Feeling with Seth Rollins. I kind of had a feeling Sting was going to be under there, and sure shit, it was Sting. Sure. As far as Rollins' next challenger, I mean, I was joking with a couple of my buddies earlier that maybe Rollins will lose the title to Rock at Royal Rumble, and then Rock can go on to fight Cena in the main event of WrestleMania 32. Because I know who that happened to before. And now, in reality, they actually are going to put him against another
What the fuck is
part-timer.
that?
Thing, and
Sorry
that's
about that.
great. I don't know.
Pigs being slaughtered.
These thing winning the WWE. So I guess it's Rollins' next challenge, but again, we still have no idea what the future of the U.S. title holds, or who Rollins legitimately will eventually lose the belt to, because they haven't built up a face to that point yet. I mean, if you look at WrestleMania 32, if you were to keep the belt that long, are we talking Cesaro? Are we talking Roman Reigns? Are we talking any?
Oh, Bill, I love you.
Ziggler? I don't know. I don't know. Although I am enjoying Rollins' title reign for what it's worth, so see where it takes us. And if Raccoon Reigns actually is on the show this week, welcome back, sir. It's been a long time coming. I'll talk to you guys next week.
Thank you, sir.
We do actually have another voicemail that's come in during the show, and as you know, we have an open door policy on the voicemails on this show, so we'll have to listen to that in just a moment. But I do want to bring up Bill on the side here, who says, "Dem titties," quote George Washington.
About Martha.
Haha! I forgot I was watching this live and tried to skip forward. You're not the only one. And Bill says, "Put Sal on, then just go to bed." Let's see what this new voicemail is. Literally, this came in just a few minutes ago.
I hope it's Chet Winkstead.
Just about 9 minutes ago. This came in just about 9 minutes ago to the rundown voicemail box here.
Wow.
Other fax noises.
Other fax noises.
Bill?
Bill,
yes, Bill.
I love you.
Bill did discover that we can receive faxes this week.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
By faxing me random shit from his work that he says I'm not allowed to reply to with dick pics, but joke's on you, Bill.
Can you fax a dick pic? How long would that take?
Depends on
the
size of you.
For you, maybe like 2 minutes. For Josh, maybe like 30 seconds. For me, it'd probably be about 5 minutes, 7 minutes.
That goes on the board.
Mine would take multiple sheets.
Jesus Christ, Adam! I just thought you sent him a dick pic, faxed him a dick pic, and it went to his 3D printer.
When I be faxing dick pics, it says page 1 of 16.
Ugh.
Gotta fit the whole thing.
All right.
3D printer of Adam's dick.
I'm very glad. The audience that we have for this the panel that we have for this show with this story that came up this week. Greg the Hammer Valentine. Remember him? Don't worry. Greg the Hammer Valentine appeared on Phil Singer Games' The View podcast and said that he
was on The View with Barbara Walters?
There are other podcasts?
Yeah, right. Didn't believe in women's wrestling, boxing, or MMA.
Ooh.
Valentine brought up his points unprompted in the middle of answering a question about bringing managers back. He said, quote, "As far as girl wrestling, I would send them all out to the strip bar and fire them. I'd fire every girl wrestler I ever saw. They don't draw any money. They have horrible matches. They're terrible. That's the way I feel."
He's just jealous because he looked like a woman.
Adding, they take away the jobs from men that need to support their families.
Oh boy.
They took our jobs! Does Greg the Hammer Valentine think that he can't get back in WWE because of the fact that women wrestle there?
It gets better. Hang on. It gets better. Hang on. Quote, "They should be home washing dishes and cooking and pregnant and barefoot."
Oh no. This has to be like a promo, like a heel promo or something.
"I love women, but they gotta realize their place."
I love women, but they gots to be face down. Know what I'm saying?
They're not supposed
misogyny.
They're not supposed to be wrestlers. They're not supposed to be MMA fighters or boxers. It's bullshit. It's worth noting that the host of the show then called Valentine's comments a perfect heel interview, and he laughed and agreed with the host when called the Donald Trump of wrestling, but otherwise did not appear to be in character or joking in any way.
I guess he actually does look a little bit like Donald Trump, by the way. Look it up.
They do have similar hair.
They do have similar hair, yeah.
Question of the week this week.
Is Greg the Hammer Valentine awesome?
Question time. We've done this for the past couple of weeks. I get, because I've answered questions on Quora about wrestling, Quora now sends me questions about wrestling that it thinks I can answer.
Can we have a Facebook competition here on what was also found in Sabu's hotel room this weekend?
I didn't hear about this, and now I'm worried.
Let's try to see if we can get some good comments on that one.
I remember what it said. It said blood and drug paraphernalia. Is that what it was?
Well, what do you expect? It's Sabu.
Yeah. Anyways.
Damien the Snake.
Question time.
Tied in knot.
What is the value of a WWE belt?
Like actual value or sentimental value?
I don't know. That's the question. What is the value of a WWE belt?
Well, the $1 million title was $1 million. Boom, the end.
Boom. Answered. Asked and answered.
Asked and answered.
Yes.
The European title was €1 million.
Yes. And the Mexican title would be 10 pesos.
There you go.
The United States belt is worth about 4.5 bald eagles.
Yep. It's worth a lot more than the Intercontinental title is these days. Because that thing ain't shit anymore.
Yeah. Well, it used to be worth 8 ounces of sweet Mexican black tar heroin. But I think
Greg the Hammer Valentine would know that.
Yes, that's for sure.
Probably tried pawning it.
Yeah. The Divas belt is worth 1 regretful tramp stamp tattoo in Vegas.
You're my butterfly, sugar, baby.
That's right.
I was going to say the Intercontinental title belt is worth a $25 gift certificate to Cracker Barrel.
Nice, all right.
And that's why Ryback's champion.
Yes.
Yep.
He actually all he has to do is just lay it down, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're the Ryback. Okay, come on, you get at least 1 free appetizer with that."
That buffet isn't unlimited, though, pal.
No, that's right. It's not. It's not. There is a limit.
And also a free old-fashioned rocking chair from up front.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the Intercontinental title, dear? I remember when that was actually prestigious.
I remember when that nice young gay fella was champion. That,
I'm talking about Marty Jannetty, dear.
Oh, no. I was actually talking about Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Oh, okay.
Chris Canyon?
Hey, first of all, Chris Canyon was Intercontinental champion. You dumbass.
Second of all,
Tito Santana had a set of buttocks that caused stirrings for the first time since your father passed, dear.
Yeah. Second of all, you ruined the joke because we were not listing off actual gay people that won the championship.
Third of all, who deader than Canyon?
Okay.
Too
soon.
Chris Benoit.
I got banned from the WWE community on LiveJournal for that joke.
But it was worth it.
Remember LiveJournal, kids? That was a thing. WrestleZone reports that per several WWE sources, the original plan for the Divas Revolution in WWE was for Charlotte to win the Divas title from Nikki Bella on her debut. Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch would then immediately dominate any challengers. However, the report claims that John Cena put a stop to this plan.
Uh-oh.
Cena reportedly went to Vince McMahon on behalf of his real-life girlfriend and had the plan jettisoned. This resulted in the current booking plans for the Divas Revolution that are now on WWE programming. I'm going to say, technically, we can't blame John Cena for this if he was doing it on behalf of Nikki the Twat, but he was still an accessory to bullshit. So that's a thing.
It doesn't surprise me. Now, if his reasoning behind it was, look, Charlotte hasn't been wrestling as long as some of these other women, let's give it to Becky or, to Sasha, then I'm okay. But the problem is that he was just like, look, she fucks me while wearing the title, and that's pretty hot, and I don't want to lose that.
Fair point.
Yeah. This entire time, Siri has been listing exactly what I'm saying, because apparently I'm talking to Siri.
Hey Siri, Google Goatsy.
No, you see, that doesn't work because
no, but
headphones.
when somebody's listening to this with their phone plugged in their car, it'll be great.
That is true. That is true.
I found 1,600 matches for Goatsy.
Because I've had that happen in my car when the person, like the thing in the podcast, said something that vaguely sounded kind of like "Hey Siri."
Oh.
Yep, that's happened to me.
So,
That's why like YouTubers will put on like their Xbox One things. Xbox One, shut off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's finish off this train wreck.
Let's go.
With,
Amy Schumer.
a little bit of 3-for-all, shall we?
Fuck yeah!
Okay.
Are you ready? I said, yeah, fuck it, whatever. I need Andy's dog here for a minute. Just give me a second. Andy's dog Zeus on standby.
Oh, he's
Oh, no! Zeus has fallen!
Oh no!
He has to hold the message.
Zeus, have you been drinking again?
He has.
Thing holding up Zeus?
Does it still say? What does it say? Please,
Somebody can read that.
please stand by.
There you go.
Ow.
I need both hands free for this. Who wants to go first?
Ooh. Raccoon Reigns didn't have both hands free the entire time.
He did. He needed some help.
I'll go first. I'll volunteer.
And in order, I guess that would make Troy second, and that would make Adam third.
Sure.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. Well, Troy, as you know, you get your pick of these three categories. Number one, for the low price of $9.99, questions about Terry Runnels.
Did you skip Josh on purpose?
What would I say?
If I wasn't butthurt before, I think I'm starting to.
I meant Josh gets the first pick.
I don't have a
He said
third
he-
option on my scoreboard here. I can only put 2 people on it.
Yeah, so can I.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Fair enough.
I'm sure he's keeping track of.
I'm keeping.
He'll count the number of tears he has in his pillow tonight. That's the number of times the boys
There you
made
go.
fun of me.
Indeed. Okay, Josh, so you get to pick from these three categories. For the low price of $9.99, questions about Terry Runnels. After that, I'm afraid I've got some PN news, questions about wrestlers mentioned in rap lyrics. And, of course, Ravishing a Christian Kid, questions about Ravishing Rick Rude, Christian, and Tyson Kidd.
I'm going to go with Ravishing Christian Kid.
Oh, that's fitting. So, Josh, Rick Rude was one of the founding members of D-Generation X. What was his official title with the group?
Wasn't he their spokesperson?
He was not the spokesperson. Troy, do you know the answer?
Advocate?
Nope, that's Paul Heyman. Adam,
Well,
do you happen to know the answer?
Was he an enforcer?
No, he was their insurance policy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Troy, next question to you. Aside from Edge, Christian has held the WWE Tag Team titles with 2 other men. Name just one of them.
I want to say Chris Jericho.
You want to say the correct answer, and the other one? Anybody know what the other one was?
Was it the Hurricane?
No.
I was going to say Gangrel, but I doubt that's true.
That would have been awesome, but no.
Rob Van Dam?
Nope.
Hmm.
Lance
I'm out of-
Storm. Lance.
Oh, yes.
Yep. And
We
Adam.
were Americans at that point.
That's right. And Adam, this one goes to you. The Hart
Negative points,
Dynasty.
I'm not going to ask.
The Hart Dynasty turned face at WrestleMania 26 by helping which wrestler win his match?
WrestleMania 26, I'm going to assume that would be Bret Hart versus
That-
Vince McMahon.
That is correct. Well done. Troy, next set of questions to you. What? It is you.
You did it again.
I did what I do.
No, it rotates, Troy. He's correct on that
Yeah, I'm right.
I thought Josh had to go.
No, because Josh picked the
No,
categories last time.
I already picked a category, so first category.
Yeah, you get to pick the categories now, man. I'll fucking skip you, man. I'll fucking skip you just for the hell of it.
It's been like 16 months since you've been on the show. I'm sorry.
That's true.
Okay.
That's fair.
Go ahead.
Your categories are I'm a Paul London guy, questions about Brian Kendrick. After that, one ring to bore them all, questions about wrestling weddings. And of course, Lelia, questions about Layla.
I'm going to go with the one ring to bore them all.
Oh, there you go. Okay. In 1999, 3 separate wrestlers married or attempted to marry Stephanie McMahon. Name all 3 of them. And I won't confirm until you name all 3. Yeah, it's got to be 3.
Ah, got it.
All right. Waiting in the wings to steal.
Okay, waiting in the wings to steal. I'm going to say Test, Kurt Angle, and Triple H.
It is incorrect. I'm not going to confirm any of those. Adam, do you know what the answer was?
Those would have been my 3. Okay. We're going to go Test and Triple H.
And Vince McMahon.
No, it was The Undertaker in the Black Wedding.
God
That is correct. Got all 3
God
of them.
damn it.
Saved by
And-
Stone Cold Steve Austin, followed by the most awkward hug in Raw history.
That is correct. And Adam, the next one goes to you. On an episode of SmackDown in 2007, Teddy Long had a heart attack during his wedding ceremony, which was brought on because he took too much Viagra. Who was he intending to marry?
He was intending to marry, I believe. No, wait, hang on. That might not be right. I'm going to go with it anyway. Alicia Fox.
That is incorrect. Josh, do you know who it was? Can you steal?
I'm going out on a limb with Tori Wilson.
It was not Tori Wilson. Troy, do you know the answer?
What year?
2007.
Who was that?
Who indeed?
Was it Shaniqua?
It was not. It was. It was Crystal.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I knew it was some
I
black
don't know
chick.
who that is.
Yep. And Josh, finally to you. On a 2010 episode of NXT, Goldust married his NXT rookie. Who was that rookie?
I do know this one.
I can't remember the 2010 NXT.
I'm not sure
honestly,
Troy is dancing because he knows it, or he's just dancing for the sake of dancing.
I'm
Just
going
dancing
to
for the sake of
defer
dancing.
to the other two because one of them knows, and I
It's me.
can't.
Troy,
It's me,
who
Adam.
was it? Who was it, Troy?
Oh boy. What year?
2010.
2010.
2010. So that was back.
That was back when NXT was shittier.
It's when it was a competition.
competition.
So,
Exactly.
oh,
Wasn't that the year
Yeah,
Kenshi
okay.
won?
Uh-huh.
2010.
Probably.
They did
What?
multiple. They did
like the
multiple
blind
seasons.
swordsman from Mortal Kombat?
Low key,
I think-
that was
I think-
low key. That was literally low key's ring name in
No,
WWE.
no, that
briefly
was
was
Kaval.
that was Kaval.
That was Kaval. I thought it was Kenshi. Okay, fine. Yeah, the blind swordsman in Mortal Kombat.
It was
One of
actually
the best
Raiden.
producers ever. Oh,
And
fuck.
you're thinking of Senshi, who was the who was the blind guy from the blindfolded guy from not what the fuck is that called? Shit, I just lost it.
What about me? What about
I'm
Raiden?
thinking Kenshi, the blindfolded guy. from
Yeah, Kenshi's the guy with
Mortal Kombat.
the blind swordsman from Mortal Kombat.
Am I thinking of
Yeah.
Voldo?
Anyway.
I'm thinking of Voldo.
Yeah, you're probably thinking Voldo from Soul Calibur.
yeah.
Did this
That's what
turn
it was.
into Mortal Kombat
I'm
trivia?
gonna go
I think it was to miss
with a complete.
Anyway, get it wrong, Troy, so I can get it right and get a point.
that.
Who gives a shit? Michael Tarver.
That's correct. Adam, who is it?
Break out the sexy saxophones. That was Oksana.
That was indeed.
Oh, Jesus Christ, she was from NXT?
Yeah, if I was talking about Mortal Kombat wrestlers, I'd be talking about Glacier, okay? Come on.
Nice.
And Adam, well, guess what? I'm sorry you don't get to pick because it's a special in honor of Spectre coming out in 2 months starring Dave Bautista. This is a James Bond lightning round. So Adam, your first one is about Dr. No. Your first one is Dr. No, a question about heel Daniel Bryan. During the debut Nexus attack in 2010, Daniel Bryan choked out announcer Justin Roberts with his tie and was legitimately fired for doing so. What was the on-camera explanation for him being kicked out of the group?
Oh.
What did the Nexus say was the reason he was booted?
He wasn't brutal enough.
No, that was not it. Josh, do you know the answer?
He sustained far too many neck injuries. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's current.
Accurate.
I go with the original answer. He sustained too many neck injuries.
Nope. Troy, do you know the answer?
You know, I just listened to Daniel Bryan's book, and he didn't actually reveal what they'd said for it, so I'm trying to remember now. I feel like it was almost he wasn't good enough for the group, maybe?
Close. It was because he showed remorse for his actions.
That's right.
Mm.
Josh, next question to you. Goldfinger, a question about Dustin Reynolds. At Royal Rumble 1996, who did Goldust defeat to win his first Intercontinental title?
Was it Hunter Hearst Helmsley?
It was not. Troy, do you know the answer?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, at Royal Rumble 1996, who did Goldust defeat to win his first Intercontinental title?
Razor Ramon.
That's correct.
Yeah, that was gonna
I
be my
should have realized
played,
that.
sir.
God damn it. God damn it.
Troy, next one to you. Diamonds Are Forever, a question about Dallas Page. DDP debuted in WCW in 1991 as the manager of which legendary tag team?
I should know this.
You should.
I should.
You should.
I should. I can see it in my head. I
Should
just
you?
I'm gonna go with the Midnight Express.
Incorrect. Adam, do you know who it was?
I have no idea. The Hollywood Blondes.
Incorrect. Josh, do you know who it was?
Okay, what year was it again?
1991.
The Steiner Brothers.
Incorrect. The Fabulous Freebirds, actually.
Oh,
I know.
because
Adam,
Adam
next-
took my guess.
Yep.
My guess.
Adam, next one goes to you. Octopussy, a question about the 8-woman show Total Divas. Name 2 of the 3 divas who were added to the cast of the show last season.
I hate you so much.
Where else am I going to find one that matches up with Octopussy? Come on.
Last
Ah.
season? Fuck. Last season, we'll say Paige. And... fuck
Say Lita.
Fuck so much. No, she's been on there forever. Fuck it. Paige and Sasha Banks. I have no idea.
Incorrect.
That's a goddamn
Josh,
pass.
do you know?
Goddamn
Paige and Summer Rae?
Incorrect. Troy, do you know?
Oh, wait. I think I know it.
Is it Paige and Alicia Fox?
Correct. Or also
Yeah.
Rosa.
Wait, you just-
also
yeah.
Rosa Mendez.
I thought Alicia'd been
Yeah.
on there for longer than that.
No.
Nope.
I thought
Next.
Rosa Mendes, but I wasn't sure.
Next question going to Josh. A View to a Kill. Question about Chris Benoit. Benoit held the WCW World. Benoit held the WCW World Heavyweight Championship for how long until he quit the company and went to the WWF?
And are the dogs in the fenced-in area by the pool?
Oh, they're there.
Enclosed pool area.
3 months?
Incorrect. Troy, do you know how long?
There's a lot of James Bond titles that could have worked for this one. I'm gonna say 1 day.
That is correct.
Oh.
1 day.
I didn't actually
Troy?
hear the question, so that's fine.
Well, then you
The
don't need to know.
question was, how many days was I sad after hearing about Chris Benoit killing his family?
And Troy, the next one goes to you. Die Another Day. A question about Dolph Ziggler's main event pushes.
Oh.
Who defeated Dolph Ziggler for the World Heavyweight Championship at Payback 2013, ending his title reign at 69 days?
69, dude.
Shit. Alberto Del Rio?
That is correct. Taking a commanding lead. Adam, next up, Casino Royale, a question about Vinny Vegas. In WCW in 1992, Vinny Vegas formed a tag team called the Vegas Connection with which wrestler?
Oh, god damn it.
Come on, this is a layup. Who doesn't remember Vinny Vegas?
Everyone.
Connection.
You're saying this name as if it's a real person.
Fucking A, man. Trying to think of who might be. Disco Inferno.
Incorrect. Josh, do you
course
know
it
the
is.
answer?
Say Ryback.
Channing Tatum, but then they changed the name to Magic Mike.
Correct. No, that's not correct. Troy, do you know who it was?
What year is this again?
1992.
1992. Vinny Vegas.
Correct. The Vegas Connection.
Vegas Connection.
typing it into Google.
I'm gonna say. Let's go with Buff Bagwell.
Incorrect. It was the aforementioned Diamond Dallas Page. And finally, Josh, wrapping up the James
He's
Bond.
not from Vegas.
No, he's not. Wrapping up the James Bond lightning round for you, Josh. Skyfall, a question about Owen Hart. Who derisively...
You are
Yeah,
an evil. You are an evil man.
Oh, you had to see that one coming. Come on now.
Yeah, true.
Who derisively referred to Owen Hart as a nugget, a nickname which would end up following him throughout the rest of his career?
Oops.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah! There you go.
Finally, I get a point!
On the board right now, it is Troy 5, Adam 3, Josh 1.
That's fine.
And Josh, I believe, well, Adam, you didn't get to pick the last round, correct?
No, you made it.
Yeah, it's Adam's go.
Oh, I skipped it. So, Adam, I'll let you pick this one. From the categories, the world's worst manage-a-trois, 3 questions about forgettable WWF managers. After that, Houston, Austin, Dallas, questions about Sam Houston, Steve Austin, and Bo Dallas. And finally, was she a great big fat person? Questions about Karma and Bertha Faye.
I don't want Houston, Austin, Dallas because I don't want the question about Sam Houston. I'm going to go with Menage a Trois.
Nice. In the late 1980s, Dino Bravo was managed by which fellow Canadian who was known for his trademark sign which read, USA is not okay?
Oh. I think it's better to
Say Jimmy Hart.
fuck, I just I had a name and I blanked on it. Jacques Rougeau.
It is not Jacques Rougeau. Josh, do you know the answer?
Brother Love?
Incorrect. Troy, do you know the answer?
Yeah, the famous Canadian Brother Love.
I don't know.
They have a lot of love in Canada.
Yeah. I don't know. Scott Demore.
The answer was, of course, Frenchie Martin. Everybody knows that. Come on now.
God, yes.
Josh, from the late 1994 to mid-1995, Shinja managed which Japanese wrestler in the WWF?
I know. At least I'm pretty sure I know.
Japanese wrestler, Shinja.
Say Tensai.
Say Lord Tensa. Say Taka Michinoku.
Meng.
It was not Ming. Troy, do you know the answer?
Say Abe Knuckleball Schwartz.
Just to keep the streak alive. What year?
1994 to 1995.
Yokozuna.
Incorrect, Adam.
I believe it was Hakushi.
You are correct, sir.
Shit, yeah.
And finally, Troy, you get to lead off. 1998 long time, or not lead off, but you get to finish it. 1998 longtime WCW manager Colonel Robert Parker came to the WWF and went by the name, Tennessee Lee. Who did he manage?
For the record, I knew that he was called Tennessee Lee too, but because I thought that was going to be the question, I got all excited. But go ahead, Troy, get it wrong.
Tennessee
Smoking
Lee.
Guns.
Incorrect, Adam, for the tie.
Now that's your boy Jeff. Ha ha. JARRET. Double J,
correct.
Jeff Jarrett.
Because he was TENNESSEE. That's way too fucking much. That's too much.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right, Josh, finally, you get to pick the last round of categories here. From the following 3 categories, Funk Me, questions about Terry Funk, Flash Funk, and the Funkadactyls.
Classic.
After that, I Quit matches. No, literally, I Quit matches forever. Questions about CM Punk. And of course...
A plus, my rodent friend. A plus.
Well, I think it gets better because everyone's favorite category, Painful Tug Jobs. Questions about matches Fred Ottman lost.
Oh my God.
I quit.
Because his son was the timekeeper, right, man?
Yes.
Yes,
I
it
quit.
was.
I quit.
His son, whose name is Berkeley for some goddamn
No,
reason.
Are you
literally, I quit.
Josh quits? Okay, he's out.
He's going to go smoke a butt. See you,
All right.
Troy.
Oh, there it is. So,
he's
I
actually,
guess...
for those of you listening at home, he has actually left.
All right. I guess then it defaults to Troy.
No fucking loss.
Sadly, he's returned.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
If you'd like,
All right.
if you'd like this one, Josh. So in his career, CM Punk has been part of 2 factions which contain the word "new." Name both of them.
Probably the new Nexus.
New Nation.
And the new core.
I can't think of the other one. But new Nexus is one that pops to my head.
Oh, I know. I got it. I got it.
But Troy, do you know the answer?
Obviously, it's the new Nexus.
Maybe.
The New Blood?
Not the New Blood. Adam, do you know the answer?
You're close. It was
It's
the new
something-
Nexus and WWECW's famous New Breed.
New
That
Breed,
is
that's what it
correct.
was.
Not to be confused with the New Brood.
No.
Troy, going to you. Punk held the WWE Championship for 434 days from 2011 to 2013, but who did he defeat to win the title at the 2011 Survivor Series to kick off the streak?
I was doing so good in this too.
You were.
Um,
You were.
No pressure,
Because
no
all I
pressure,
can think
but-
of now is all
No
I can
pressure,
think
but
of
I know
now
this
is
one.
Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio?
Is correct.
Yeah.
Well, you just thought of the correct answer. That is
Yes.
correct.
Yeah, you did.
And Adam, for the win, Adam,
Yay.
for the win, you get the final question here. No pressure. In 2012, Punk turned heel by attacking The Rock at which event?
That was the 1000th episode of Raw.
That is correct. At the buzzer.
Yeah,
Sorry.
suck it,
Adam-
mofo.
Adam
Speaking of-
wins again.
Speaking of failed managers in the WWE.
Alberto Del Rio?
No, I said suck it, mofo.
I know.
Hey, you're back.
Oh yeah, here I am. Sorry. Thank you, Zeus, Andy's dog, for helping me out with that last segment.
All right, Bill says, I have to go get my knife. Hold on, stop the show for a minute. Okay, go ahead. All right, thanks, Bill.
Was that in reference to something, or was he just going to kill himself?
Bill's just going to kill himself.
Okay, all right.
Which means he's not going to win the prediction contest. Anyway.
Yay!
That
can hear
does
the
it.
I have to get my tongue done.
A painful one.
Painful type jobs. Yeah, why the fuck is Fred Ottman's son named Berkeley? It's a terrible fucking name.
Named after his alma
Because the guy's
mater.
name is
Not the
Cosmo.
worst name that I've ever seen for a person. That goes to a young gentleman I had to speak with on the phone the other day, whose name was America, spelled with a K.
Nice.
America.
Fuck yeah!
I think
That
the worst
does it.
name
Like the
is
MP of
the
them?
worst name is clearly Wyndham Rotunda. That's terrible.
That is true. That one's pretty bad too.
That's horrendous.
Speaking of that, if I
To
can,
Neil Dashwood.
this is going to be just for the people who are watching the video.
Oh Jesus.
But Sal sent me.
Oh my God, it's his cock.
Sal sent me this amazing picture.
Oh yes, I've seen that one.
For those of you watching, that gentleman on the left is ZZ from Tough Enough.
It's easy to.
Speaking of which, Tough Enough, the season finale of Tough Enough was ended about an hour ago, and spoiler alert, the winner is going to be fired from NXT in about 6 months.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
There's two of them.
For
aren't there?
drugs.
There's two winners. There's a man and a
There's
woman.
a male and a female winner.
And I will not learn either one of their names because neither of them matter.
Winner
But they'll-
being a very loose definition of the word.
But if it's a sign of past seasons, they'll just sign all of them anyway.
Yeah. So that does it for the rundown for this August 25th, 2015. Happy birthday, Dad. 275 days.
Is
Since
Vince
Nikki
McMahon your
Bella-
Yeah,
father?
Vince McMahon's your dad? Are you Hornswoggle?
No, Vince McMahon's birthday was yesterday.
Oh, I'm
Stop
Yeah.
petting the Undertaker.
sorry. He's just very petable.
275 days since Nikki Bella defended the WWE Divas Championship. Go to www.audibletrial.com/rundown for a free audiobook and a 30-day free trial.
What do you think Vince
APW
McMahon's birthday would sound like?
Are you
Another goddamn bottle of cologne, Hunter.
You're trying to feed the laughing Undertaker beer.
Yes. He's thirsty.
APW returns.
Is he going back to
Saturday.
his motorcycle days?
Yes.
APW returns Saturday, September 19th at the APW Arena at the Newbury Fire Hall in Newbury, Massachusetts. Elkmania 3, September 26th. Lucky Pro Wrestling presents Fall Frenzy at the Elks Lodge in Maynard, Massachusetts on Saturday, September 26th as well. And Liberty States returns October 10th.
That sounds like a pretty good time.
Oh! Jonathan Papillon. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Nope. Andy's dog Zeus.
Where's Jonathan Papillon?
He's out at the hydrant.
Okay. Is he out with Hoodie Barrelson?
Yep.
Okay.
And Kevin Bacon.
And Catherine Hepburn?
The pig. Of course, yeah.
I don't know the names of any of the other animals also. And Liberty States returns October 10th, presumably. Follow us on Twitter at Rundown Podcast and send us an email to what the fuck is that?
Oh, sorry, that was my friend. That was my friend Bob Armadillon passing through.
God damn it. Send us an email to rundownwrestling@gmail.com or be like Sal and leave us a voicemail at 206-202-6478.
So we can make fun of you.
206-20.
Thanks.
There's Catherine Hepburn.
Indeed.
How is it that you have more stuffed animals in your house than I do?
How many do you
I
have?
I have a child. I have a reason.
So do I. I just don't know where it is.
Hey, Raccoon Reigns. Raccoon Reigns is a very personable fellow. He has lots of friends.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what
in
you
the
mean
immortal
by,
words of Stephen King, I have the heart of a child. It's in a jar on my desk.
I don't know what you mean by stuffed animal, though.
Yeah, exactly. An animal that eats a lot of food and is no longer hungry.
There you go. That's why they came inside.
Mhm.
Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/rundownwrestling. Enter the Undertaker photo caption contest.
Anytime somebody utters the phrase "came inside," it's never a good thing.
I can't help it. Anytime somebody says it, you just have to laugh,
You do.
no matter what.
You absolutely do.
To make a donation of the monetary variety, go to rundown.podomatic.com, click the PayPal donate button on the right-hand side of the screen. If you donate at least $50, we will you can sponsor an episode, and we'll say whatever you want me to say on the show. Watch archived episodes at youtube.com/rundownpodcast, or watch this episode and enjoy all the various visual gags that we that Raccoon Reigns and
I don't know. I think we've run out of visual gags for the day. Something tells me we've run out.
Kevin Bacon, for those of you
face
listening.
should be the only visual gag there is. This.
Oh, I'm
it
going
to make fun of it.
Reach me and Adam.
It does make me gag, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Answer.
I'm going to go around and grab Peppa Pig pretty soon if we keep doing this.
Dick Nose Pigs.
Dick Nose Pigs.
And circle us on google.com/+AdamRundownHost. Feeling constipated? Go to tinyurl.com/distanthorizons for some reading material on the toilet. Also,
they're perfect for a major sink grabber.
Enjoy another wonderful. Sorry, I got distracted by Bill on the side here. It says came inside a Subway for a 6 or a 12.
Topical.
That takes on all new meaning nowadays.
Yeah, 6 or a 12 is actually their ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's oddly specific for him.
Enjoy another podcast at shadowvane.net. Support that podcast at patreon.com/shadowvane. Search for us on iTunes under the Rundown Wrestling Podcast. If you subscribe, you get the podcast delivered to you absolutely free each and every week for $0.00. If you cannot afford a monetary donation, donate a 5-star review because that helps other people find us. We are also available on Stitcher, Stitcher.com, or the Stitcher app on your iOS or Android device. Also free. Hey, Raccoon Reigns.
Oh, yeah. Yes. You called?
What's up this week on Talk is Raccoon?
This week on Talk is Raccoon, we're going to be interviewing Ryback, and it'll be good. Truthfully, I haven't checked who's on the card this week. I'll get back to you. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be great. And also it's sponsored by DDP Yogurt. That is one thing we cannot deny.
Yeah. I was really hoping you're going to have Pepe on soon.
Pepe. Oh, yes, of course. Chavo Guerrero's horse.
Yeah.
Followed by Moppy. Moppy will be there afterwards as well.
That should be a fantastic interview.
Yep. Make sure you pick up the new guacamole and nanners flavored DDP yogurt in your grocer's freezer.
Thanks. to Tegan Brown for the logo. Thanks to everyone for listening. Thanks to Bill and Andy on the side. Thanks to Sal for the voicemail. Thanks to Josh.
Are you really thanking him, or is that sarcastic?
Yeah, he'll know.
Okay.
Thanks to Josh, who's not paying attention. Thanks.
No, I am paying attention. I'm just letting everyone else talk.
Oh, that's very generous of you.
This is why no one likes you.
What's the tally up to now? What's the tally up to now? 40. Wow.
Just remember, Josh, I made 9 fewer jokes than he did.
Adam won at trivia, but Troy won at making somebody want to jump into the bathtub with a toaster. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it evens out.
It's 2.
Okay, thank you to Raccoon Reigns.
Oh, but of course.
He tapped off faster than Daniel should have.
Yikes.
You're talking Daniel Bryan or Daniel Benoit?
I was talking about Daniel Benoit.
I'll see you all at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah. And thanks to Troy.
Thank you.
And thanks to iFightDragons at ifightdragons.com for the theme song. Next week, no idea.
John Stewart returns.
Yeah. Guest host, John Stewart.
I feel like he's retired from the Daily Show. Why don't they just sign him to be like the Raw GM at this point?
Because he's going to live on a farm and raise animals.
Yeah, he can do that the other 6 days a week.
And as always, Jacob, good night and good luck. You want to take it from here?
Who, me?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah. And Fondang, go fuck yourself.
And tune in next week for a probably less depressing for Josh episode.
Next week, Andy promised he would return next week.
Feet to the fire, motherfucker.
I heard that. I definitely heard that he said if he wasn't going to be on next week, he was going to give free Progenic Labs shirts to every single one of our listeners. So.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Also, Sal is on record as saying he will be here next week live in studio.
Yep.
Sal will be here.
We have a studio?
Oh, yeah, of course. What, do you not?
Raccoon Reigns' studio apartment, that is.
Yeah, check this out right here. Yeah.
What are we,
you got a couch and a painting?
What are we, Colt Cabana? Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, Dr. Nick.
Click.
Tune in next week for the...
Which episode are we on again? 213? No.
213, we regulate.
I had to stop that freight train at the end there before it got completely out of control. Because otherwise I was going to have to loop the theme song like 85 times.
Do we have a new theme song? I think we should.
I'll tell iFightDragons to make an 8-bit Fandango theme, and then we'll be good to go.
They really,
absolutely
don't have very lofty expectations. They're just like, we fight them. We don't beat them, but we fight them.
2 hours and 1 minute, not bad for a 4-host show.
There you go. How long would it have been if Andy had been here?
Even longer.
Probably 2.5, 2 3/4.
Trace and a half.
Josh and Sarah won WWE Tough Enough, with each earning a 1-year,
Josh?
$250,000 WWE contract.
Yeah, no, those days are behind me.
I don't know who.
Were they ever in front of you?
They were
When he was
kind of
5.
off center, left of center for a few years.
Oh, I love that album.
Come on, Audacity, start responding.
Effect. Noise removal. Get noise removal. Click.
We're still live.
Yeah. This is the post show.
Uh,
While everybody watches us prepare our MP3 files. Bill says Andy didn't say he'd be on the show, just that he would come next week. Well, I would hope so. So I get a Progenics Lab shirt when he doesn't show, me alone. And jokes are funnier when you explain them. Of course they are.
Big time. When was the last time you had 2 commenters on the side?
It's been a while.
Not since before I was on a show, I think.
It's been a while.
No, you've been on, Troy. You've been on episodes with Bill and that Sean fellow.
Oh yeah, that's true.
R.I.P. Should I come on after we go to Raw?
If you want to.
But then it'd be like 6 days later, and by that point it's stale.
It would be the next.
Oh wait,
day.
no, I guess no. Yeah, it would be the next day. Never mind. I can't do math.
I just hold this here for no reason.
Brock Lesnar better be there, or I'm demanding a refund. And Sasha Banks better be there.
Ooh. That's a hometown crowd for her. So.
I know. Yeah. Boston.
Bye, Google. Bye-bye.
Aw, bye. How do I get my file to you?
I'm gonna hop on Skype.